means. Time dilation is a law of nature.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you boys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, boyos. Welcome back to another wonderful, beautiful live stream. We got 5V5 1v1s on the way for the day. Hope you guys are having a good one. We got duels over on the EU today, tomorrow. I'm thinking, I'm sorry for the cough. I'm thinking PTR duels tomorrow. I'm thinking we get back in there. We got plenty of Paladino changes. I'm sure Chrysler would love to go back on that demonology train. Destra, maybe even try whatever. Nothing new. Affliction really got. Actually, no. Sorry for the. Let me just get it out of my system. Actually, no. Affliction did get a lot of changes as of recently. Maybe you can play some kind of like a big drain build, dude. The big old slurp, you know what I mean? The big old suck with a drain and the playstyle just layering a bunch of dots on the enemy, blasting them with a couple of malefics, and then just slurping them up like a smoothie. I think that'll be kind of fun, especially if you end up playing Necrolord. How you boys all doing? Welcome back to another wonderful, beautiful stream. Hope you boys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. Let's get back to them duels over on the EU today. I hope the EU is ready. And you know what? I kind of like that song that we listened to at the very start of the stream. I'm kind of digging that thing. Also, by the way, what is that? I think it's like a, I don't know what it is, dude, but we're going to look like freaking Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer for the day, boys. Damn. How y'all doing, though? Here we go. I like this song, dude. I don't know what it is. I'm just kind of digging it, dude. I'm just kind of digging it. It's like the good kind of drum and bass, you know what I mean? Like, there's this game, dude. It was like a DMX game that I used to play when I was younger. Like, yeah, I know everybody was a kid like me back in the day, dude. You know, mom would take you to like a GameStop or something, or EB Games back in the days, what they used to be called, and they had like game demos out there. So they had the PlayStation 3, and they had this one DMX game there, and the freaking tunes in there, dude. The actual like the tunes were blasting. The tunes were so good. It was like, God, what is that? What is that artist right now? The band or artist? It sounded similar to this. They're popular. I just can't think of the name, dude. But it was blasting the whole time, and I was enjoying myself, dude. And the song just made me want to get to first place, doing this like little races, a couple little rounds around this like field or mountainous area, DMX things. You know what I mean? Off-road. But it made me like want to play it over and over and over until I get first place on a bike. Because you can do bikes or you can do four-wheeler. Four-wheeler was easy. You literally ran over the bikes. As a bike though, you were squish. Anything you tap while going high speeds, you were gone. Last place, easily. So I remember playing it over and over and over. And the music, I remember that would just hype me up, dude. That should hype me up. It was so good. Alrighty, we got ourselves Anton, we got ourselves Asuma, but we also got ourselves Kragar. Hey Kragar, we're gonna be doing PTR duels probably tomorrow. Would you want to bring the boys in for PTR duels, man? Try out that Fury. Because everyone want to see a Fury Warrior just dampening somebody down with crazy amount of MS as a Fury Warrior gets. Anton, Antno, and Awesome are going to be first up, boys. Spectator match. Anto, XD, and Asuma. Jesus also here. Alrighty, boys. We got ourselves everybody here. Hell yeah, dudes. Hell yeah, welcome back to the good old duels, man. We're gonna have some fun with the boys. Are you better than a name? Oh, come on, dude. Why we gotta separate ourselves, huh? Send again, please. Yeah. Anton, leave all queues. You have 30 seconds to comply, and then we'll queue it up. What's your favorite fantastic brother? What's up, Sam? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a fantastic evening. What's up, Mirror Up? What's up, Relu? How you doing, my guy? Crysis style of work, Orlac. I like your busters. And Crysis style of Orlac play. Yo, he's awesome, dude. Crysis is pretty great. He's really good at what he does, and it actually makes it look super entertaining. How we doing, Celtic? How we doing, Second the Monk? How we doing, Washed Up Boys? Welcome back, Big Tour Chicago. 4BS, how you boys all doing? Welcome. Tomorrow, probably PTR, man. Probably PTR tomorrow. All right, queued up. Should be good to go. Let me get the duels songs rolling here, boys. Is it bugged? It's probably bugged. Because we'll buy a PC and play Destro Warlock. Lol. You don't have a PC, Lando? Yeah, if only they made WoW for consoles, right, boys? If only they made WoW for consoles, right? Please queue last time. I'll try again, boys. If it doesn't work out, Anton, I'm gonna throw you versus Kryzer or Kragar. One of those two. Or was it Asuma? Send again, please. I think it was Anton that had the send again thing, didn't he? We'll throw Asuma, I guess, at him. I don't know who it was bugging. We don't have a queue, bro. I'm gonna go one more time. If it doesn't work, Asuma versus Kragar. I just want to get these duels up and running. There we go. You guys get to play today. Yeah, I don't really care who gets to play today, dudes. I just want to get as many games in as I can, dude. And if games are for some reason slow down, we could have almost missed. I know we wouldn't have missed out on Tasty. He was with Asuma. That would have worked out, man. It would have worked out anyway, dude. Alrighty, boys. First duel of the day. Let's see how this one goes, man. Let me get the music up and running. Is this the song I'm going to start with? You know, I kind of, hold on. Can I add this song? Hold on. Can I add this song to the playlist? Can I add this song to the playlist? I kind of like it, dude. Hold on. Duels playlist. And can we open up the Duels playlist and start with this song? Is it going to be at the bottom? It is. Okay. Sorry for starting it over and over and over. You guys have heard this song already, but I kind of like it, dude. I want to have a duels with this song in the mix. Switch. We got ourselves first up on Team 1. We got Tanios, and it's going to be first up. Watched Up Going up as a Demonology Warlock versus Copyfin. Copy is an enhancement already rolling in. I was just trying to see where Copyfin was. Stun coming out from Washed Up, getting himself a second pet with a Vile Fiend up and running. Needs a tyrant to follow up that combo. Mortical onto Copyfin, does get a stun. Onto Washed Up, does he get a chance to stop the tyrant? Does break out of the field with the tremor, interrupt the tyrant, and Washed Up is a limited time. Needs to get that tyrant up and running. Copyfin is gonna have to try to see if he can face off against the demons. It looks like one of the fell guards actually disappeared, so it's gonna be Tyrant actually getting a cast in between the corner. Wait, is that Tyrant actually just casting through the wall? That Tyrant is hitting a grounding totem, and now he's just blasted Copy. He was getting a couple of those casts in the grounding totem through the wall though, which was pretty weird. Copy without bent here, trying to go for big storm strikes. Watched Up does go for the extra health with Battle Master Trick and Fear, while Wall covers his cast, and Copy is feared all the way to Guam. As Washed Up is actually trying to get himself more pets up and running, does get interrupted on a Vile Fiend, which is actually a fire cast. If you get interrupted on a Vile Fiend, you're actually locked out on fire rather than shadow, so you're able to follow up with a fear afterwards. So it's actually a good spell to bait a lot of casts off. Copy does have Maelstrom though, as an enhancement. Shaman should be a-okay on the self-healing side of the game. Washed Up continues to bombard him and keep him some company behind the pillar with all those pets. As Washed Up jumps down, probably wants to go for another port. Try to kite Copyfin out as best he can. Actually goes for the gateway, not even the portal. Does still have a portal towards the corner of those pillars of that bridge, with a big old ogre sitting atop of this top of his stone. Is gonna go for that port. Copy so far has had Washed Up on the ropes. It looks like Washed Up is slowly but surely running out of cooldowns in order to deal with Copy. But looks like that Mortical and the Fear is going to give him that little bit of a breather break with a stun right after. Locking down Copy for a second. Does have quite a few pets in there. Is going to get interrupted on the summoned pet. But Shadow Flame damage from Hand to go down is still going to be good. Jumping down. Has Reflect for Copy. Might not be able to subdemonic Tyrant just yet. It's going to be a stun to Copy with another Fell Guard on top of it. Lots of damage for Copy. Needs the Maelstrom. Is going to go for the wall. Maelstrom is going to use here. That is going to be the Tyrant actually slapping the Greater Fire, Greater Earth Elemental. Actually just soaking up all that damage from all those pets. Actually perfect for him as Watch Up trying to buy himself a little bit of time before the port and gateway are back up. Is going to be Thunder for Copy. Interrupt him on Shadow. Looks like Watched Up is going to go down. That Earth Elemental came in and swung the duel into Copyfin's direction. He took a whole aggro of that Tyrant as well as all those pets, and Copy just didn't have to worry about it at all. Grounded Totem coming down from Copy a little bit. No, actually, was it not Grounded Totem? Was Sammy hitting the Elemental, I guess? It looked like he was hitting something behind Copy, which I thought was a Grounding Totem. Grounding Totem was used just there just now, and that's going to be Sammy still with Combustion. Copy does need to remove it. It is, I think, trying to purge it. Does finally land it, and it's going to be an interrupt on the Fire Damies from Sammy. You know what name Sammy makes you think of? You know that one video of a dude in the car? And you know how when you're doing like off-road races, you have a guy like telling you where to go? It makes you think of that video. Turn left, Sammy. Sammy, turn left. Big damage on the Sammy, though. Sammy is going to have to go for an ice block, as he's trying to brace himself for the impact. Is it not Sammy? I thought it was Sammy. Sammy, you have to listen to my call, Sammy. Is it not Sammy? For some reason, I think of the name as Sammy. Is it just me? Big old breath onto Copy. Does have a way to break out of that Nova. Shooting power available for Sammy, but does get interrupted on it. Interrupting a Fire Mage on a Nature cast is a weird interrupt, but it can be big because that's cooldown reduction for the Mage. It's going to be Warlock House used for Sammy. Make sure to grab that from the Warlock. Has 3 charges of it. As Copy does get himself a little bit of a haze ball. Try to purge those shields. Probably the best class for this. And that's going to be Sammy with the Altar Time. Trying to see if he might be able to get away. The Altar Time does get purged and the Seed Pod comes out. Copyfin trying to see if he can take it out right now. Is going to be able to remove it. Enhancement Shaman doesn't always have the big burst damage. Even sometimes enough to like get through the Seed. But he just kept going at it. Just making sure he had plenty of damage. Sinking in those lightning bolts in. Elemental Shaman sometimes is, I mean, Enhancement sometimes don't even want a lightning bolt. Because it's just like, is it worth the damage? Healing yourself with Maelstrom, big heal. The lightning bolt damage, somewhat okay. Titania's gonna be up next. Try to see if we can get some bleeds up and running onto Copy. Gonna be Ghost Wolves up and running. So Copy, as long as he has the mana, which he does, Maelstrom from the Wolves is gonna give him plenty of opportunity to get back up on heals. That's gonna be actually an interrupt by Copy at the last second. Did not shrink it for this. And that was a Convoke for Titania's that kind of whiffed it. It looked like maybe the Convoke targeted the Ghost Wolves or did a lot more self-healing for Titania's and maybe towards the tail end. It It is going to go for big bites of the copy. Big old juke for Titanius. Does get to get away from the shaman for a second. As long as he doesn't have a flame shock, which he does, and does get interrupted on a regrowth. I was going to say, as long as he doesn't have a flame shock, he should be able to catch a reset, but Copy is trying to deny him. Welcome enough for Titanius. Hibernate onto Copy, which technically will work if you are in Ghost Will form. Maimed by Titanius. Have himself Fell Frenzy set up for Copy. Back-to-back bites, but the Maelstrom healing just keeping him alive. Is just going to try to sweep the thorns out of the way, dude. Just kind of moving him away like dirt. Sweeping him away like bushes to the side so the Copy can see the yellow brick road. Cyclone trying to come out. Copyfin does drop down the ground shoulder for Titanius. Getting sundered on his leap. Can't go anywhere. Actually might be in a terrible spot right now. Unless he has something, he doesn't have anything. That's going to be a full seed. And Copy's just rampaging through the whole team one. We got still on the team Wipe It. We got ourselves. What is his name? Oh, he's up next. Archi Violet. Viotel? Archi Violetel. Archi. Is it the Archi Orc and the Shaman? I wouldn't be surprised if this was Archi Orc and the Shaman. It looks like it is going to be Ventus Sham versus Ventus Sham. Is Copy bailing out of the Ghost Wolves Archer in the fight. Copyfin will not have Ghost Wolves for a little bit. Does still hold on to Ascendance as Archi did pop Ascendance of his own. I don't know if this is Archi Mage. Archi Orc, it could be a similar guy. Ascendance for Ascendance. Archi does have the wall, the Copy does not. Does he have the Maelstrom to heal? He does have Maelstrom for now. Needs more Maelstrom. Does still have someone with baked up. Mana is running kind of low, but looks like Archi no longer has damage. And Copy is the one with the pets. Archi might have to play this very, very defensively. Ghost Wolves are available, as well as the Earth Elemental, I think, for Copy. No, I think it's actually Archi's Earth Elemental. So he does have a wall here. The Earth Elemental wall, but the health increase is pretty big. Big damage on the Copy. That level actually did so much damage in a single hit. Copy trying to see if he can go for a Hex onto Archi. Drops down a Grinding Totem and avoids Copy as best as he can. Copy might be able to get some mana to catch up some Maelstrom. Is going to have the Earth Elemental to slam in order to get some Maelstrom. So at least his healing is going to be maxed out. Big Sunder onto Archi with a stun, and Copy looking to get himself some cooldowns back little by little. Archi not letting him go anywhere, dude. It's an Enhancement Shaman on an Enhancement Shaman prowling, dude. The two hunters are after one another, dude. As Copy is still trying to generate roller Maelstrom, he can catch up on a little bit of mana. He knows he's slightly behind, but not super far behind. Dropping down grinding for that Hex. Has a little bit of pressure for Archi. Even though Archi is the one with the Earth Elemental, should be able to catch up with plenty of Maelstrom self-healing. Copy is trying to put in as much pressure as he can. Lightning bolts are coming out. If Archi doesn't get Maelstrom, he could be in a bad spot. He is behind on health right now. Chain Harvest does come out, gives him a little bit of health, bit of damage. We're at 7 minutes, and Copy can actually harvest himself. Oh my goodness. This Pandaren Shaman, who can stop them? Look at you with a nice bow for Archi. From one, oh, maybe it's for the Druid. Maybe that was for the Druid. Maybe it was for Wipe It. As Wipe It opening up with a Rake Stun onto Copyfin. So far, the Shaman has been absolutely fantastic. Gotta give him credit. Copyfin, though, rampaging through the AVT so far. Thorns up for Wipe It. Copy does have a wall with the Earth Elemental. This is going to be the big heal. Sundering does come out. 21% dampening. Does go for the Quake and Palm. The gouge that pandas get with a stun onto Wipe It right after. Trying to get a bit of damage to follow. And Wipe It actually kind of low on health. It's going to go for Wall Stop Convoking Spirits. That's going to be tricking with an interrupt immediately for Copy. Wipe It is looking to end the duel right here. Does pop a wall, trying to get some big bites of the Copy. Copy no longer with any mana. Are they going to go for damage at this point? Is this where you commit damage? Wolves are up and running. Needs a bit of mana to survive. Does have Earth Elemental Shield rolling. And Wipe It and Copy are both super low. It could be a massive burst out of either one of them any moment. Copy, I think, tried to play this more defensively. Does throw lightning bolts over at, oh no. He must have had a Battle Master Trinket at the end there. And that's the thing that kept him alive. Or maybe the Earth Elemental, actually, since he was gone. That's extra health just gone. And then the bleeds have set in. The Wipe It just had him in such a good spot. Copy did just abuse everything in that cooldown, dude. In that duel just now. Every CD was used. At the end, I was struggling to find the mage, by the way. But Copy, man, looks like he only got 2 kills. He got 4. Very well done. Very, very well done. 211. 211 what? Item level? That's still pretty good, right? What about Copy? What item level is Copy? Pretty good. Should we get Asuma and Team Copy back in there? Because the rest of the team didn't really get a chance to play. I kind of wanted a chance for those guys to play. Against the Chrysler and Jesus against each other, but I'm thinking throw them against Cracker Boys. I'm thinking let's do that. Yeah, let's do it, dude. Let's do it. Let's do it. What's up, Killer Jen? How you doing, my guy? Been a while. How you doing? Doing pretty good. How about you, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. Nice guy to join in. Yes, you guys are more than welcome to, boys. You guys are more than welcome to join the duels. How many are we at? 160. 170. 171. 170 duels over in EU. You guys are crazy, by the way. You guys are absolutely nuts. Kragar and Asima, we're going to get you guys up next, okay? Because Asima's team did not get a chance to play. I mean, Copy just came in. He conquered everybody. The Mage didn't really get a chance either. Like, he just came in, pop combust, the Feral ran circles, and then he died. Like, I gotta give him a chance. 222. It's only 10 out of difference. If you believe what Ian says, that's only a 10% difference between you two. If you guys believe what Ian says, Ian has a Kosis, it's only 10% difference. As Ian would say, obviously there's a bit of a skill gap. I know so many people hate it. I'm just memeing. I know people hate that comment. I know people hate that statement. I'm memeing. I'm not saying anything bad about nobody. I'm memeing. Hondo P memeing. I do also want to go again with Asima because they do have Tasty, and my man has not got a chance to play yet. Switch. We're going to throw him against Kragar immediately. Team Kragar got ourselves the man of the hour. Kragar, look at somehow angrier than before. How do you get angry every single time we look at you? Also, could we expect you to maybe join us? Maybe check out PTR Duels tomorrow? We got ourselves Yasia, the Warlock. We got ourselves Advo, another Warlock, with Mamaka. What's his name? Mamaka? As well as Krum Hiled. I don't know what that means. Krum. We got Yeehaw. A good old Yeehaw in there. Can I get a Yeehaw? I sound like a boomer. Gonna be a stun out of Yasa with a demo pet. Trying big damage on the Yeehaw. Doesn't go for disperse. He doesn't go for disperse. Still taking lots of damage from these pets. The healing from disperse doing very, very minimal for him. Only so much it can do, I guess. Still holding on to PI though for now. Those pets are surrounding him, and he's just getting slapped up by the tyrants. Is gonna fear all those pets super far from one another. Needs to recover a little bit of health. Whatever amount of health you can recover, any of it is going to be helpful right now. Yasa tried to set himself in a good spot. Still sticking to his Necrolord guns. I really like the Necrolord play. Stun onto Yeehaw though. I feel like I always try to give everybody like a shorter name, like Advo. Yasa Short Love. Yeah, that's his full name is Yasa Short Love. I just call him Yasa. Yeehaw, like what do I call him? Yee? It's Yee. It's Yee, boys. Yeah, Yeehaw though. I feel like it's an onomatopoeia. Stun trying to come out for a mind games wood charm, but it looks like Yasa does end up taking him out, sucking his soul dry. I'm actually surprised he didn't get any mind games heal from it, because he did have this main pet spinning next to him that should be mind games healing. But I think the demon dog has also had a bit of a bite, and since the guy wasn't going to go for healing, Yasi was just like, I'm just going to walk away and let the demon doggers finish here. Maybe that was going on. I'm actually very surprised that Yasi did not provide any kind of healing, even though his main pet was spinning. On team 1, we also got ourselves Tasty. The man, the myth, the legend. Necrolord versus Necrolord here versus Yasi. Exchanging demon bolts and lava bursts at one another. Fire Elemental ready for Tasty. It's been a while, my guy. How you been, by the way? How you been? You want to join us PTR tomorrow? That'd be kind of cool. I know Shaman's got some new stuff, mostly like Ellie. There's going to be a stun trade with Yasa stun as you follow it up with a Mortal Call, and it's going to get a Tyrant up and running. Tasty knocking all those pets back, and it's going to go jumping down. That's going to make that Tyrant walk all the way around. This is going to be an interrupt for Yasa. The Tyrant, does he put himself in a good position? Tyrant kind of stuck in place. There he goes, actually trying to get a cast out of Tasty, but he's avoiding them as best as he can. Next stun by Yasa. So that's a back-to-back stun. Back-to-back interrupts onto Tasty though. It's going to get himself wall up and running as Yasa is going to meet him up on a platform. Trying to see if he can hit him with a fear. Maybe force out a Tremor Totem. Does get a Tremor Totem out of him. Stun onto Tasty. Does interrupt him with a Demon Bolts right after. Back-to-back. But does he have? He does have yet another interrupt on Tasty. It's going to be Tasty landing an Earth Elemental Stun onto Yasa. That's just dropping down after Tasty. Just trying to heal through the damage. That's going to be Stormkeeper up for Tasty. Is going to hit a Mortal Coil to the face. As the Earth Elemental is still nearby, could provide a wall for Tasty if he needs to. Big Reflect available for Yasi, the Warlock. Tasty holding off his damage and trying to get Lightning Bolts and Earth Blasts as soon, or Earth Shocks, as soon as Yasi's Reflect is down for the count. Tasty tricking out of that stun. Still eats an interrupt. And that's going to be him running the Marilyn Soulbind with the Slime Shield. I think it's going to be pretty helpful. Trying to go for a cast, and he's trying to avoid Yasa's interrupts as best as he can. He was trying to see if he could juke him out. Yasa's staying aggressive. He's going to port directly next to Tasty with a gate. With Flash Captain available for Tasty, does not have a way to interrupt it by the looks of it. We can't really see Yasa's normal interrupt. That isn't on a talent that Warlocks have to run, Demonology, to interrupt casters. But we do not have the CD on that thing, which I think it's a 24-second CD, but we just don't know if it's up or not. Going to be a stun from afar. Yasa getting more pets in there, and Tasty hits a bit of a damage. Yasa is there to meet him. This Warlock is super aggressive. I really like the aggressive play from this guy. He's just trying to stay a step ahead of the enemy. He's just trying to stay maybe even 20 steps ahead. Light the lasso for Tasty does keep Yasa down below. Try to see if he can somehow finally disconnect from Yasa for even a second. Big Stormkeeper available. And if Yasa is careful, he could go for a Reflect at the right moment. Tasty trying to wait out for instant cast. It's going to be Yasa with those instant casts reflected back to Tasty. Does stun it before he gets around the corner. Yasa trying to go a long way to try to see if he can get some casts off. And just trying to make sure he's in good position. Banish for the... Oh no, the Banish does get interrupted for Tasty. Does go to interrupt the Banish. Banish for the Fire Elemental should go through. Yasa so far has not been able to actually grounding totem it, so that the Banish doesn't go through, as Tasty wants his Fire Elemental to actually get some freebie damage onto Yasa. So it's pets versus pets here. If Yasa can someone just secure a Banish on the pet, he might be in a good spot. Doesn't even need to. Just gonna go for a flat out Tyrant. If he can someone just stop Tasty in place, it's gonna be stunned right after. Decimated Bolt to fall. Does get interrupted on Shadow. That's a lot of pets still chasing after Tasty. Empowered by the Tyrant. Does get a stun on all those pets. Gives him a second to take a breather. Tyrant trying to get a cast off. Does he get to? That's gonna be a grounded cast. Tasty actually using grounding also very, very aggressively here for these duels. Very interesting. He used the grounding for a Banish by the looks of it, and then he used the grounding for the Tyrant just to make sure he doesn't take extra damage. Yasa's still staying aggressive. Look at him. He's not giving Tasty any room. Stun, and I think Tasty might just go down here. I think this Warlock so far is just unstoppable. Imagine this man in 9-1 was a Demonology Warlock, dude. Imagine this man with the Demonology Warlock things that they're getting. It's going to be insane. Yasa getting attacked by Asuma, though, from stealth, using a shadowy duel to make sure that the pets can't really join the fight and try to see if he can go it away. Yasa, I don't think he committed a lot of cooldowns there, did he? Or maybe did he wall it? He might have walled it. I wasn't really paying attention. He's gonna have a shadow step for Yasa, and it's gonna be shortest cheap shot ever. Super DR2 stun into Asuma, and should be able to get a fear. Does break out of that fear pretty quickly, I think, just to damage off that Fel Guard. And Asuma looking for that Door of Shadows. Has 2 charges of it by the looks of it. Does catch himself a Shadow Mill to catch a reset. Rogues are not going to be able to do that as easily in the next patch. That shield with 9-1. Flagellation onto Yasa. Can he get away from Asuma? Try to hit him with a slow. Clock of Shadows is getting used by the Rogue. Does get to get a shot to Yasa. Trying to make that Flagellation do as much damage as possible. With every single finisher during Flagellation, it's just so much damage. That's going to be a stun to Asuma. Yasa does get himself a Decimated Bolt, but it's still need to be careful about his health. Does have a port available. Asuma could reconnect with him, decides against it. Flagellation was used. Does not really have too many cooldowns available. Well, Dance is at least not available. Shadow Blades are up. That's going to be Asuma taking lots of damage from this pest, though. Having to go for that evasion. But that Felguard already got a shovel. He's ready to bonk Asuma over the head and then dig him a shallow grave. Is that too morbid? That's kind of funny how it's funny that your pet got a shovel, by the way. I think it's hilarious. All this pets on Asuma, it looks like the shovel came in handy. Although I don't know how you're gonna dig a grave in the stone of Zandalar. I guess there's some fields behind that fence. There's a spot. Pig is gonna be up next as a fire mage, getting feared all the way to Guam, blinking in onto Yasa with a breath. Ring of Frost to follow. Is going to run all those pets. Ring of Frost has nothing to stop his damage. Ready Spark is available. Reflectives up for Yasa, though, sending out more pets at Pig. Going to be Combust available, trying to make the most damage off of that Radiant Spark. I don't really know if he was able to. Yasa did take heavy beating, though. Mortal Cold running at Pig. That's going to be Tyrant available for Yasa. Pig is down below, trying to see if he can catch up to the Warlock, taking quite a few hits from the Tyrant, though. Alter Time available at kind of lowish health. He's not in a great spot right now. Did want to, I guess, give himself a little bit of time before the shields are back up. The Tyrant's still able to get a couple slaps into him. Interrupted him on Arcane, I believe. Or Frost? I think it was Frost. Fear onto Pig. Does have an Ice Block for it. No more defenses. Maybe has a Cauterize for it. And Yasa looking for that Decimated Bolt Big Blaster play. That is going to be a stun. And all that damage is collapsing together. Yasa so far has had himself an incredible run. Copyfin gonna be the last one left. Copyfin was a champ from last duel, and now he's getting to verse Yasa. After Yasa is exhausted quite a few cooldowns. No trinket available here, no turn for a while, does not have wall for a bit. But look at absolutely fantastic so far. Crazy. Crazy. Copyfin tried to see if he can get himself a better spot. We are 22% dampening, so the healing is going to get reduced. Does get interrupted to Yasa. Looks like he's going for a long range play, not letting Yasa get a mortal calls or anything. He could just go for drains. This is going to be a port for Yasa. Mortal call into Copy. Does not have a trinket. What Copyfin trinket? Wait, what a copy trinket? Did he just trinket randomly, just say AFK maybe early in the duel? This duel has not been long enough for 2 minutes. Fear tried to come out. Yasa is going to get stunned by the totem. That is going to get a wall here early on. Ascendance available for Copyfin. Does it drop down a tremor? He does have a tremor down. Going to be a stun to Copy. Yasa could maybe go for a fear. Try a fear with a reflect chicken for Copy. Oh man, that was just a Yasa with no cooldowns. That's just what happens when you get around out of CDs. And Copy actually just went, he trinketed. He knew he couldn't interrupt the fear. He was like, you know what? Wind strike. That's going to go through. That's not going to get a reflected. Cracker going to be up next. A 28% dampener. Does spear Copyfin down. Copy has nowhere to go. Is going to go for a wall. Try to heal himself up as much as possible. Plenty of mana is still available to convert that mana to health. Try to door of shadows. Could be interrupted by Cracker. That would be okay. No, actually, juke the pummel out of Cracker. Is going to have a leap charge back to Copy. Try to stay on Copy as best as he can. Copy, I think, tried to go for the Panda Racial. That's not really going to last here against Cracker, especially as Cracker has an Earth Elemental chasing after him. Fear onto Copy in Rage Regen has been used by the warrior himself. And Copy is kind of running low on health in that Execute Rage. Not really looking that good. Needs mana, needs health, has the mana, but doesn't have the blue health bar. Unforge, but that's going to be Yasa with them. 4 kills. Why did it say 3? Was one of them a seed pod? Or did somebody leave? Somebody must have left, I guess. But that was definitely 4 people, because it was everybody except for Copy. Unless somebody left, and it looked like it was only 4, but it was actually only 3. Either way, really good duel, dudes. Really good duels to start with. Yo, Tasty, how you doing, my guy? Warlock's always aggressive. Dude, I like how aggressive that guy is. Welcome back, Tasty. Get better for sure. My guy, it's been a while since we've seen you, man. But hey, how you doing? Haven't played LE in months. Are you coming back for 9-1? You've been looking more and more tasty in 9-1. Gonna be great. Yo, Warlock's looking nuts in 9-1. 206 to 222. Frankly, that's a skill issue. Exactly, Arthur. Exactly. Is your resolution bad? I don't think so, James. Check your YouTube resolution. Maybe you're watching the stream at 144p instead of 1080p, 60 FPS. Yeah. Check your settings, boys. If you guys are seeing the stream in a weird resolution, check your settings. Maybe it is me, but check your settings. I feel so sad. Where's Illidan Storm Rage? He's over there guarding the what's his face, dude. Should we get Cracker next? Should we throw Cracker in? Because Cracker's team didn't really get a chance to play. Cracker versus Cryzen and the Jesus versus Antho? Is that how we do it? I kind of want to throw Cracker in because Cracker's team didn't really have a chance to play. Okay, let's do that, dude. Let's do that because Cracker's team didn't really get a chance. I did not think that Warlock was going to steal the show like that. Cracker versus Cryzer. We're going to go Jesus versus Anto, and then Asuma, we're going to have him float. Or whoever has the team after. That's the OG Tasty. That's the boy, dude. That's the boy. Are you going to be here, Tasty? We're going to do some PTR duels tomorrow. Same time, PTR. Just copy your tune over. Let's get some new Honor talents and Legos. Shamans, I don't think I have any new Lego. But they got new Honor talents. So if you want to pop in tomorrow, do some duels, try it out. Try the new Honor talents. See if you can make them work somehow. That'd be cool, man. I won't say no to that. I think it'd be dope. Alrighty, boys. We got ourselves... Oh, my God. The boys in here, dude. The boys are back in town. Did I save that one? I don't think I did. Let me save it real quick. It should be 172. Yeah, 172. Alrighty, boys. Let's get another duel up and running today. Doing great. I'll join NA duels tomorrow. I don't know if we'll do NA duels. We want to do PTR duels tomorrow, but NA can play those as well. NA and EU can play those tomorrow. If we do end up doing PTR duels tomorrow. I'll see. Switch. We got ourselves team 1 together with Cracker on that team. We got ourselves Chvirp. Chvirp? Is that the name? Chvirp. Because the first letter is letter Ch. Then it's a V. Then it's an E. Then it's a P. No, then it's an R. Then it's a P. Chvirp. Chirp? Can I call it chirp? It sounds like a Russian, like, ironic chirp, in a sense. We got Averin here as a Warlock. We got ourselves Groom. And we got ourselves Mamaka versus Critty Cat on that team. We also got Kreisbet playing the Affliction. It's going to be all versus Chirp. Chirp? Chirp? I'm going to call you Chirp. Can we just call you Chirp? Just to make it easier, because I don't know what that's supposed to be in Russian. Does get interrupt onto Chirp, though. And Chirp getting just barraged with a stun. That's going to be lots of mortal Malefic Raptures that need to come out for Kreisbad. Cannot use Malefic Raptures while not on line of sight of Chirp. Dots have the Dark Glare doing quite a bit of damage. The dots are continuing just to barrage Chirp, though. Convoke the Spirits coming out. Big damage. Kreisbad bails out of there immediately. On Kreisbad, we got ourselves Unstoppable. We got ourselves Wolf. And we got ourselves Kreis God. What's up, boys? Wasn't... Wait, Kiss God. Wait, wasn't Kiss God a elf before? Or human? Maybe that's his second character. Most likely is. And Chirp is too. Gonna be reflective for Kreisbad, trying to do the big drain as Affliction. Does get quite a bit of healing, not that much damage on Chirp though. And it's trying to let those dots just keep on rolling and rolling and rolling. I think Kreisbad over this duel is gonna have a lot of damage, but it's gonna be like, I don't know, Affliction Warlock's gonna do, I think, a lot of damage over time. Just because it's just a ton of dots. Ton of pressure. But it's like, because so many classes have incredible healing, you can just like top yourself off. So it takes like what? I don't know how long for those dots to do the full damage. I don't know, maybe like 10 seconds. And a single heal, if it's bursty, basically deals with 8 seconds of that dot. I don't know, it just feels like it's difficult for classes that's kind of dot. Oh, big Deathbolt coming out. Wait, oh! I thought there was going to be a huge Deathbolt. Malefic Raptors are doing a bit of pressure though for Kreisbad. But so far, he hasn't felt like he's been able to really take Chirp down. Maybe the changes in the next patch might make it a lot easier, because I feel like Affliction Warlock changes in 9.1 are looking really, really good for PvP. Haunt is up. There's going to be full dots available. Drain Life coming out. And it's going to be Chirp with that big old heal. Trying to go for a Cyclone Ultra Kreisbad. Has the Interrupt available. And if Chirp does not have any dots, these dots are melting him. But whenever he does have any kind of heals, it looks like he doesn't really have to deal with them too much. UA is getting used up by Kreisbad. Has a bunch of dots on the Chirp. It's going to be Haunt as well. Has himself Unstable Affliction, or not Unstable Affliction. Dark Soul Instability, I think it is. Or Hysteria. For the big Haze Bolt, for the big Drain Life, big heal available for Chirp. As Shadow Bolts are flying for Kreisbad. Literally has to resort to Shadow Bolts for damage. He's done everything he could. Dots already rolling. No more Malefic Raptors. Just use the big Drain. Literally just needs more damage. And he goes for Shadow Bolts. Man. I've seen Affliction Warlocks do really well in like 2v2, 3v3 arenas. But in the 1v1, I think it might be a little rough, especially with dampening not being super high. Or maybe just the matchup is not really good, because Chirp does technically can remove Agony on cooldown, can't he? Every 8 seconds, just removing like a portion of that damage altogether. Which is kind of nuts. Kreisbad trying to keep the pressure rolling on Chirp as best as he can. Trying to maintain these dots for as much as possible. All those debuffs, all those layers of damage increasers with Haunt, UA, all those are up on Chirp, and the dots are rolling, but the man, as long as he gets a frenzied region once in a while, he usually can deal with it just fine. Reflectance up for Kreisbad in case Chirp was going to reflect himself with a Cyclone. Going to be Kreisbad actually going to Chirp kind of low. That's going to be Dark Layer using his beam to blast Chirp. But looks like the Druid is going to be able to be A-okay. Big old Root onto Kreisbad in the pet. Cannot be interrupted. And it's just continuing to blast Kreisbad. Big old Convoking Spirits coming out. Does get the interrupt with the pet. Big Sergeant still flying for Chirp. And that's going to be Kreisbad trying to cover as much as possible. Shrinking for Chirp. And Kreisbad is going to bail out of there. Now that he can't control Chirp, he doesn't have any more CC. He'd rather avoid him as best as he can with the Fear to follow. Does try to get a Hunt. Just try to go for a big old Drain Life. Actually, quite a significant amount of damage. Chirp, though, I believe gets an emergency heal. Man, I'm really hoping. Blizzard, hopefully you guys are watching. I'm really hoping Blizzard does something for Affliction Warlocks, man. I know they're like a dot and rot class. Maybe they're really good for like dotting up multiple enemies and with Dispel Protection. You know, you can just kind of put a UA on somebody and constantly fear them, and Dispel Protection just helps them. But man, I'm hoping the Drain Life playstyle that they're doing, the changes, as well as the shorter CD of Dark Glare, hopefully that helps them out a lot. You know what I mean? And as well as the dot increases some of your dots, damage increases some of your dots. Because damn. Because I would really imagine like 9-1 and Affliction Warlock gonna get all your dots. Let's say you go for Malefic Rapture Legendary and you go for a Necrolord Decimating Bolt and you go for a big drain life for every one of your dots the enemy is melting. I think that's really, really cool. It's going to be interrupt onto Chirp as Kreisbet continuing to maintain those dots, but look at that one Frenzy regen. I mean, maybe it says something more about Boomies more than Warlocks, but look at this class that can at least take a Boomy down. An Affliction Warlock though, man, that needed something. The group PvP is relatively the same, but it doesn't things won't change much. You don't think so? I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping the Drain Life build will be at least something. Your Shadow Bolt or Drain Life is doing extra damage per dot on the enemy. That could be pretty good. I believe in the cleave as Kreisbet does get knocked back. Still just continue to fight it on with Chirp. As the dampening rolling up, eventually Chirp will fall behind to the dots and the dots will be in a good spot. And maybe that's exactly what Kreisbet needs, is for the game to go into a little bit of dampening. And then he might be able to put on even more pressure. The dots will really set in and there'll be more perma. Chirp does go behind the pillar. It's going to be regrowth. The dots are actually starting to do something. Convoke the spirits. It's going to actually provide him a little bit of healing as well as some reflect damage. It looks like most of the damage went into the pet. It's there to interrupt Chirp at every corner. That's going to be Kreisbet trying to give him a little bit of a health funnel. There goes the massive heal. Does Chirp run renewal? So he is actually full defensive build. Kind of crazy. UA getting set up for Kreisbet does get interrupted, and Chirp just continuing to blast him. I'm hoping it'll change, dude. I'm really hoping. Affliction will be insane 9-1. Yeah, dude. I think it'll be a little bit better than where it's at right now. Like, I just want to see him do better in terms of like, hey, I want to burst you down, pop a bunch of dots on you, Malefic Rapture, big old drain. You know what I mean? They just need a little bit better sustain. Because the dots themselves don't do much. So you feel like at least if you are able to just sit there and free cast the Warlock, I feel like you should be able to do quite a bit of damage in PvP. You should be able to punish people quite a bit. Malefic Rapture going down with Shadow Fury and Chirp loaded up with dots fully. Malefic Rapture should be pretty decent for Kreisbet, man. I mean, he's got a UA, he's got a Haunt, he's got what, 10% damage increase there, 10% damage increase there. All the dots rotten, and Chirp just with a single Frenzy free gen just pops himself off. Kind of crazy. More Haunts, dude. I mean, how long is it gonna take? We are at 7 minutes on duel. Big CE coming out for Centurion Chirp, but does go down. Looks like Kreisbet actually did whittle him down. We did have that apex of healing reduction that Kreisbet needs, the minimum of 19 to 18%. So now maybe with the dots, that might be a little bit more permanent, as Advo going to be charging at Kreisbet. Advo is playing that Necrolord Demonology. There's going to be the pets versus pets, the stuns versus interrupts. And Kreisbet eating back-to-back stuns does go for the port into the room, so it does at least create some line of sight away from Advo. Is there with the pets by himself. The Tyrant is around the corner, could dot up the Tyrant. Trying to dot up the pets, it looks like, just to maybe get some resources. He's going to go for the fear onto the Tyrant, trying to CC it as best as he can. Shadow Fury on the rest of the pets. Kreisbet does find himself kind of low in health. Reflect is up in case Advo pokes around the corner. Those pets are going to do quite a bit of damage. Soul Rod get applied on the pets with a Mortal Coil. And Kreisbet needs himself a big old drain. Is going to go for the drain. It looks like Advo does not have an interrupt right now. Interrupts him with a Mortal Coil. While available for Kreisbet, does go for an interrupt back to Advo. And that Mortal Coil as well as drain actually did pretty good. I think he set up a bunch of agonies to get more ticks going for the big suck. The big drain life suck. Banish available for Advo with a health funnel, as he's actually having to deal and have to take care of his pet. Those dots for Kreisbet could actually give him an advantage versus Advo. He can just have those dots rolling on the pet, and eventually the pet will bleed out because the pet doesn't get any extra healing. Banish onto the pet, trying at least fall for it with a stun onto the Felguard. And what happened to Kreisbet pet? Oh, he's back up. Advo trying to see if he can avoid Kreisbet as best as he can. I keep swapping the wrong people. I'm so sorry, boys. I don't mean to. But Kreisbet does have the mobility versus Advo. He can just insta-cast to set up all his dots. Porting us to Advo is going to be reflect baited. And Kreisbet should be able to get some more damage into Advo. Now that he knows there's no reflect to deal with. Mortal Coil into Advo. Could have the pet stun him any moment. That's going to be an interrupt from Advo. Shadow Fury trying to come out for Kreisbet. Trinkets for it. Is it going to be a pet stun? Stuns the pet as well as the Warlock with a big old drain life. Advo actually taking meaningful damage here. As he's trying to get himself a Vile Fiend, someone Tyrant is coming out. Gonna be a Soul Rod for Cry's bad. Trying to go for a banish shot. Tyrant does land the banish. The pets are empowered. He's gonna have a Dark Lair of his own. And this is where Adva tried to see if he could bail out of there instead. Cry's bad is on him with a Drain Life immediately. Not letting him go anywhere. Trying to avoid the Tyrant as best as he can while doing the most damage to Advo. It looks like so far, Cry's bad has been able to put quite a dent into Advo's health while avoiding the damage Advo is putting out. He's watching out for the pets. I'm just letting the dots roll. Advo at 33% dampening. Looks like the dots are really putting in some meaningful damage, meaningful effort. Fear trying to come out onto the pet, does duke it out. Gonna be a stun to Cry's as he Mortal Cold Advo. Mortal Cold gets sent right back to his face though, with another stun afterwards. Reflect up for Cry's as he gets some more damage to Advo. It needs to go. Advo trying to go for a Drain Life. Isn't gonna be able to do much here. The dots are on him. And the next cast he does could be interrupted by the Fell Puppy. I would try to see if he could Drain Life from the Fell Puppy, getting some healing off it. But Cry's at least has a talent that increases the amount of Drain Life healing he can do. Until he cancels it. And then it's gotta rots away. But for every agony tick that he gets a stack. But I think Insatiable Hunger, and then the Drain Life just does more damage as well as more healing. Buffy trying to come out for Advo, gets a stun into Cry's I would try to see if you might be able to get some poke in there. Cry's kind of finds himself on lower health. Battle Master Trinket getting used, I think, as well as a Health Stone. And he needs to find a way to either get some CC on all these pets, which looks like he's actually going to go for a triple Drain Life on all those puppies. All those pets. Advo does get himself a pretty meaty flesh grab though. And Cry's I don't know if he had an interrupt for it or what. But it looks like Advo got away with it. I don't know if Cry's had the interrupt or just missed it, worrying about his health and the pets, but Advo did get himself a pretty massive shield. So I should hold him off for now. Does not need to worry about his health too much, as the shield is going to hold on for a while. Interrupting Advo on the Tyrant cast. And Cry's knows he's in the bad situation. He knows the Tyrant is probably going to come out next. Trying to get agonies on all those pets. He should be able to get himself quite a big drain if he needs to. And Advo better be very, very careful in his health. He got some health recovery, but not a lot. Fear onto the Fell Puppy. Cry's knows he does not have CC really. Trying to go for a UA. And it's going to get those dots set up onto Advo. Advo could go for the stuns anytime he wants to. No Tyrant with this round. Actually, no, he does have a Tyrant. He got interrupted on Tyrant, but he still can summon it. Going to reflect out for Cry's As the stun comes out, the pets can stun and interrupt Cry's And Advo just needs a little bit extra soul shards, just a few more soul shards, in order to get himself a nice pet setup with a Tyrant interrupt on the Cry's The Tyrant is in place, stun to Cry's could be in a really bad spot. The Tyrant is going to cast through, does have the port available. And Advo goes for Fear onto the Fell Puppy. For Cry's this is bad. This is not a good situation to be in at all. Got all the dots on the pets, he's out. Try to see if he can avoid the Tyrant as much as possible. And the Tyrant should be disappearing now. Shadow Fury around the corner. Hope to hit Advo, but hit the pets if anything. Try to get the rest of his dots rolling at Advo. Trinket immediately. Drain Life interrupted and a stun right after. Cry's could be in a terrible situation. Mortal Cold keeping him CC'd. And Advo. Does he have anything to follow up? Fear tried to come out for Cry's couldn't quite do it. Needs himself more healing. Reflect is up. Wall is up. Does get himself a Dark Lid. Trying to Drain Life for his life. Just trying to keep himself afloat as best as he can. Shadow Fury does step him. Advo does get some instant cast Zero Bolts. Fear onto Advo, but Cry's trying to continue the drain. And a Death Bolt to follow. Is that enough though? Not enough. Reflect is up for Advo. Unless the dodge just rotting here. He needs to interrupt this Fleshcraft right now. He does not get to interrupt Fleshcraft. That is unfortunate. So I think Cry's is in a situation where I don't think he can win. Advo just needs to send another flurry of pets. Some puppies, a Vile Fiend, maybe just another Felguard, or just a single pet with puppies is enough apparently. Man, the damage difference is there. Advo got away with some Fleshcrafts, and that's what I think won him the game. Because I think Chrysler the whole time was doing really, really good up until those Fleshcrafts came out. Once those came out, that became rough. Advo without any health move just sends out a couple of T-Rexes, couple of Raptors in there, and he's chilling. He's golden. And next up is gonna be, it looks like Kroom. Is it Kroom? It is Kroom. Kroomhild. Kroomhild? I have no idea. Does still have a Hunter's Mark on Wolf. Is gonna start off with an aim shot, big gaming maybe? Nope, just an aim shot. Not even a double tap aim shot or nothing. We're just gonna go for the explosive trap. Rapid fire. Now he's got himself a little bit of damage. That's going to be that Kyrian setup, and that's going to be a wolf with the turtle. Ready for Kroom. Waiting them out. Freezing trap on one of the pets. I wonder if it's on the main pet for Kroom. Where's the other pet, by the way? Oh, there it is. Okay. I missed the pet, I guess. Going to be a scatter onto wolf. And Scrum just continuing to do damage, trying to create some line of sight. Wolf keeping Kroom out in the open. Somebody going for a knockback. I think it's from Kroom trying to knock the pets back. Going to be Turtle Shell used, as it looks like Wolf as well as Kroom no longer have a Turtle. Kroom down on offensives, kind of down on defensives, has a freezing trap. I don't know if he froze the main pet or the side pet for Wolf. Looks like either way, the pet didn't sit trap at all. Long 62% dampened. Kroom does not have any self-heals at all. Wolf, however, does, being a Beastmaster Hunter, and the pets with Leech, granted him Leech. When he heals the pets, he actually gains a little bit of healing as well. And Mamaka gonna be up next, yet another Beast Mastery Hunter. Does have a flare for Wolf, does have a Hunter's Mark on him, knows exactly where he's at, is gonna send the pets out immediately. Freezing Trap win for him. And Mamaka versus Wolf. Wolf goes for Feign Death for a second. Gonna be the Chakram onto Wolf. Has the Kyrian onto Mamaka. Should be quite a bit of damage, especially with the crits. Wolf goes for a stun to Mamaka. That's gonna be a pet sack, I believe, for Mamaka. As Wolf goes behind the pillar, keeping the pets over there. Actually pulling one of the pets back. Maybe? Freezing Trap. Wolf actually is the Freezing Trap. Mamaka super low in health. Gonna be kill shots. And Wolf actually lands that kill shot. It just was 200s going at each other. Wolf kind of got opened up on the opener. Yet he still won that duel, and Krager goes in to take Wolf out. Was that Wolf with a bunch of kills back to back just now? Unstoppable up next, walling this burst at Krager immediately as Wreck is available for the Fury Warrior. Unstoppable looking not to get interrupted. Krager trick is at last immediately 69% dampener. Not going to be all that good for him. Knockback by Unstoppable. Krager goes in to leap back into the fray. And Unstoppable got them Frost Shock Kites. So he should be alright for now. Gonna be a bigger spear. Bastion does not quite root Unstoppable in place though. So he should be okay for a bit. Does not give Krager rage or the extra damage, I don't believe. Gonna be an interrupt on the fire. Unstoppable able to just flash get himself back up. Krager has no real way to stop it as of right now. But a 9-1 might be a different story. Lasso onto the Fury Warrior God. But a 62% dampening. I don't think even a God could actually survive this kind of dampening. He needs the heals. He needs himself the ability to just maintain himself. He doesn't even need to wait for like recover himself his health completely. He just needs to wait to just like keep his health at equilibrium, and he cannot with this high of dampening. That's just a rough one. That's a rough one. Wolf actually sniped 3 kills. Pretty good. I didn't realize Wolf sniped 3. That was quick, I guess, right? That was pretty quick. Oh no, boys. Oh no. Boom 5-0, easy damn for Boomy. Nah. Actually, have Boomies ever went for 1v5 in these duels? They gotten pretty close. They got like 3, maybe 4, but that's been pretty close so far. All right, boys, let's get another up and running, yeah? So that was Krager and Kreiser, I think. Now we got to go Jesus and Anton. Let's get Jesus in here. No. Tell me if you're ready. If you're not, I'll skew Jesus and Asima. Anto. That's what it is. Anto XD. Let me know if you're ready, my guy. We'll get you in. If not, it's gonna be Asima. 173. We're good to go. Do these duels, dude. We're doing them. What's up, Cut? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, dude. Had to work Sunday though. Oh, it's all good. Tasty. Don't worry if you can't join, man. Don't worry if you can't join. It'll be same time. Yeah. Same time Tuesday, same time tomorrow, not Tuesday. Same time tomorrow, probably PTR Brews, boys. So if you guys don't know how to get PTR, time to start researching, man. Dalaran, what's up, Sam? How you doing, fam? Hope you're having a good one. Sam, fam. Who calls people fam anymore, dude? I feel like that's fell out of so many people's dictionary so long ago. I still call people fam, dude. So a lot of people call them ironically fam. I actually use it unironically, dude. I should probably stop, dude. I should probably stop. Get up with the times. Absolutely boomer. It's all about the sheesh now, dude. It's all about the sheesh. I love those videos, dude. Oh, dude. Sheesh. Just got off work. Not the best day. Sorry you didn't have a best day, Sam. But hey, you're out of work. You're chilling. You're in a comfort space. Relax. Just let the day just disappear off your mind as best you can. You know what I mean? Enjoy yourself. Work hard. Play hard. You know what I mean? Rest hard. Chill hard, dude. Just you're chilling. You know what I mean? You ain't working anymore. You're chilling. Sorry I had a shit day though. Everybody has those sometimes. Awesome and Jesus. I guess I'm gonna cue you guys next. Yeah, no, didn't say nothing to me. My boy don't talk to me no more. He don't like me no more. Asuma. Get him in. And then we'll try to see if we can get Krager and Asuma and Kreiser and Jesus. Kunik is different people, so I don't know if we'll be able to with 4 groups. It'll be a little awkward. I'll try my best here, boys. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try my best. Remember, tomorrow, PTR duels, or for tomorrow's stream, the next duel stream, PTR. So if you boys don't know how to do PTR, write me in Discord. Tag me in Discord right now, letting me know I don't have PTR. I want to participate. I don't know how to do it. If you want to join, I'll help you guys out the best I can. It's pretty easy to enable PTR. It does not take long at all to download either. If you have WoW downloaded, you basically have PTR downloaded. It'll just take like a few seconds, maybe a minute if your internet is really caca. Alrighty, boys. Oh, lots of melee on team 1. Did I save that one? I don't know if I did. I'm gonna save it again just in case. Oh! I also got sweet. I have coffee here this whole time. I haven't drank any of it. I'm gonna put a napkin under it. Anybody else just keep like random crap on the table? Like napkins? Because you never really know when you're gonna need them. I do. It's kind of messy, but comes in handy from time to time. Alright, switch. Now you can go. Oh no, I did the thing. Oh, hold on. I can close it. Oh my god. I'm so bad at what I do. Medics! The Demon Hunter gonna be first up versus Copy. Trying to go for a big blast of damage. Copy's already sitting at about half his health. Going with all the pets up and running. Using the elemental wolves this time. As Medics using mana on all the pets. Does go for the stone. Door of Shadows trying to get used by Copy. Medics hits him in prison. As the spells are just assaulting him. Big old stun. Haunt to follow. Copy actually trinkets it immediately. And I think he goes in for a heal right before the Haunt connects, just to make sure he's stopped off with his health, as Medics try to go for the big old one-shot all-in. Copy is still under quite a bit of pressure. Could Medics still have it in the bag? As Copy, wait, get in for the stun, no chicken available. Oh, does heal as the last second heal. Wait, just trying to see if he can get away from Medics. Trying to go for the I-beam. Does he get a chance to heal? Medics is still on him. Wait, could this be the end? Copy does go down. Oh no, Asuma opens up on a Medics right afterwards. That's going to be the darkness coming in. The darkness joining the fight. I think it's a darkness Lego here too, because it looks like he hasn't used his own darkness yet. But darkness Lego was used. Trying to see if he can catch up to Asuma. Trying to stop the rogue from resetting. Medics, does he have any way to heal? Stun onto Asuma. Trying to make as much damage as he can happen. There's going to be actual darkness coming down. And needs to keep the rogue in combat as best as he can. Stun and prison onto Asuma. Notes that the rogue has a burst go right after this. It knows the rogue has burst. And trying to see if he can deny it. Getting the shot. Medics has a trinket. Stun onto Asuma. Does cheap shot him after. I think it's over. Demon Hunters have it rough out there, man. Demon Hunters have it rough, but he did do pretty good versus Copy. He actually just like continued the pressure. Didn't do that bad at all. What's up, George? Hey, my man. PTR tomorrow. Tomorrow. Is it time to sign up? Yeah, for the groups. You just sign up to groups, boys. You want to join the 5V5 1V1 DUELS, boys? It's a group effort. Community ran. People open up groups in LFG. You sign up to those groups. You get to participate. It's all fun. Just gotta find them on 5V5 1V1 DUELS for custom PvP. Just check custom PvP section of PvP on your region. Today's EU. That's what you gotta do. Gonna be Asuma with a big old port away from Yandex into another door of shadows, but it's gonna be a grip by Yandex. Asuma just kind of stuck with us on Holy DK. IBF comes out, but Asuma taking him out. Oh no! And Holy DKs do not have it easy at all, boys. Oh. Is that a Night Fae Paladin? Yo! What is this? Does go for the blessing of summer. Oh my god, boys, it is summertime. This man is gonna be the weatherman today. What season is it? Akun Darrell. Oh my god, Akun is just getting. Oh, Jesus. That was a pretty big suck by Yeehaw. That was a big drain. But it's summertime for now, boys. So enjoy the summer while. Akun Delar. Aki? I'll call you. How about I call him an Aki, dude? Aki. Akun Delar. Aku? Aki. Yeah, I don't even know. Delar? Delar would have been a nice one, but I think Aki is the main portion of his name. But that's a Night Fate Paladin. We don't see a lot of those. Another Void Torn, another big old slurp. And it looks like it is the Blessing of Autumn coming out. Aki is going to be able to have cooldown reduction faster on its CDs. 30% faster. That means Bubble, Shield of Vengeance, Wings, everything cools down quicker. While he has the Blessing for 30 seconds and 50 seconds of downtime. This man right now does have cooldown reduction. As we do have Autumn, the fall rolling in. Then there's going to be Winter. And it's actually, when you think about it, the spring, well, actually is going to give him a lot of survivability for these duels when you think about it. Never see a Night Fit Paladin. And we're seeing him actually slamming through Yeehaw. Does he get an interrupt? Does get an interrupt in the last second. He waited for it. He waited for that interrupt. That's going to be a stun onto Aki, though, with Mind Game's big old Sug bubble available as the Winter rolling in. So Winter is going to slow down Yeehaw's movement speed every time he gets hit by it with stacks. And I think he's going to slow down his cast speed or attack speed, one of those two. And do a little bit of damage, which is not as cruel as Summer, but it's still got a bite to it, dude. That Winter's bite. Yeehaw does have a disperse in case things really go bad. Shield events available for Aki. Did have it back because of the Blessing of Autumn, just a little quicker. Just a little faster. Took it back up for the Pala. VT trying to come out for Yeehaw. Does get interrupted on Shadow last second. Does get himself a smallest shield ever. Silence to Aki, but I think it's just done. Aki does take him out. Breath by Pig is going to land a poly onto Aki. Intro Ring of Frost. G-Pie coming out. Does have a trigger for it. Is going to get frozen though. Oh, Meteor right after. Kubika Bus coming down. Lots of damage. Oh. And Prelate Akunder does go down. That was really, really close. That was actually pretty close. He was doing pretty well. That's a Night Fit Paladin. That was actually nasty. Dude, I think it doesn't matter what Covenant Paladins are, dude. I think it literally, after that duel, like that Paladin did exactly the same stuff that any other Paladin could. Minus the Kyrian, a random RNG, just a hammer blaster. You know what I mean? And the Legos Paladins are getting... Dude, Paladins are going to be able to dispel themselves with a Judgment in 9-1. Have you seen that? If you guys think Paladins are busted now, you should see what they are like in 9-1, and I guess we'll see tomorrow, right? I guess it'll be... Literally everybody tomorrow is going to be a Paladin. Just dispelling themselves with Judgments. Literally it. It's going to be nuts. Stun onto Pig, as Arthur's trying to see if he might be able to... You know what? I actually think it's an interesting dichotomy here. Arthur's taking a bit of damage to Dust and Seraphim Wings, and he should be okay for now. I think it's an interesting dichotomy here, by the way. Arthas is a Paladin. He is a man seeking justice to punish criminals. And the mage's name... I mean, his name is... F Pig. Actually, no, I guess his name could be treated either way. But it could be F Pig. Kind of like F Popo. and Arthas is the Popo. I like to perceive it like that. It tells a story. Gonna be a polymorph trying to come out for the mage. That's gonna show up on Arcane. That's gonna be Icebug. Bucks out of it immediately. Still trying to land a poly. Arthur sees one more judgment. Trinkets out of it. Blade of Justice. That's gonna be a polymorph still coming out. Big does not give up. Gonna be Radiant Hammer to the face though. And down he goes. I like how aggressive that guy was. That guy was overly aggressive. That mage. He just has a fire in his belly, dude. He didn't want to stay still for long. You know what I mean? You don't want to stay still for long at all. Next time it's an M signing up for sure. Normally tomorrow would be an A, but I think tomorrow we'll try PTR Duels, Cameron. You can join the PTR Duels as an A. EU and NA can both join the PTR Duels. It literally doesn't matter. What headphones are you using? These are Corsair Void, I think. They're alright. I like how it doesn't press on the ear, it sits around the ear. Very nice. No remorse. Tasted Dust of an Earth Elemental up for Arthas. This Arthas looking peachy. He's actually okay. He actually got a lot of defenses back. The only thing he doesn't have is a trinket, which he did use for the mage stun. No way to break out of it unless you have a human Rachel for it. That's gonna be freebie hacks for Tasty. And Arthas's bird just kind of goes out of the window. Kind of unfortunate. But what can you do? He's just gonna have to wait it out for a little bit versus Tasty. All he can really do in this situation has a Hand of Freedom. That's a lot of damage from Tasty with that Meteor around the corner and Light and Lasso. Looks like the stun does not last long at all though. Arthas does go for the toll. It's just gonna give him a little bit of holy power. Might have to build up even more holy power from the Earth Elemental and just start maintaining himself. His health is kind of low. Tasty does get himself a full flush craft with the CC immunity for a few seconds, rushing at Arthas. Does still land the Hodge as wings are rolling out. That's going to be tasty with a trinket. Big damage to Arthas. Actually bubbles with 1 health. How did this guy survive that outburst? Literally, if Tasty, there's a 5% damage spell variance in World of Warcraft, if not 10%. And Tasty got low rolls on variance just now. Actually low roll on variance, dude. What is that? He actually could have just one-shot the guy. He didn't have global to actually even heal himself through all of that. He literally bubbled. It's like whenever the next global was available. Actually just got rolled so low on variance. Unlucky. Arthas does have a Hodge onto Tasty. But he's gonna go for wings as well as a heal. Looks like there's a proc for wings, not real wings. It looks like there's a proc for wings. Should give him a bit of survivability. Stun around the corner. Arthas actually just gotta have it to wait it out. With that Hex, Stormkeeper getting set up as Tasty wants to blast a pretty big lava burst and maybe lightning bolts after. Does get himself big setup. Blessing Protection coming out for Arthas. Not much you can really do with this Blessing Protection. Bob, however, would have been useful against like an Earth Elemental whenever that guy was up. Lightning Lasso, I think Tasty might just have him buried him in a landslide. The Earth Shock. Kerrigan up next. Fury Warrior charging in versus Tasty. Worgen. Oh, interesting. Lava Burst getting set up for Tasty. Does himself condemns. That's going to be quite a bit of damage from Kerrigan every time Tasty is higher in health or low in health. Big Blaze Storm coming out. Actually quite a substantial amount of damage as he does get enraged. That is going to be wrecked as well. Does interrupt him on nature. So Tasty is going to have to go for other spells like the Primordial Bolt, which just shadow damage. Big damage onto Kerrigan. Does he trinket this? Might have to. Does go for the trinket last second. Maybe Frenzy Regen. Hex comes out. Does not have a way to stop the Hex. And Tasty, if he could just get a bunch of damage into Kerrigan before he has an answer, he could actually get something set up. Stun, Lava Burst, into Lightning Bolts. I think it's over. That's going to be it. Tasty taking him out. Kerrigan did press Frenzy Regen, but maybe a little bit too late. Only used it a little earlier. That was a lot going on here. That Paladin, did he get 2 kills? Arky? He did. Oh my goodness. Okay. Man, what is that? Arthas healing? Why are you? Paladins and healing. Yeah, I actually shouldn't even complain about Paladins right now, guys. You think Paladins are... Some of you guys really dislike Paladins because you think they're busted OP good. You haven't seen 9-1 yet, dude. I cannot wait for you guys to see 9-1 Palas. At least right now in PTR. Let's see how Blizzard tunes them. And hopefully the game will be more or less balanced. That's all I'm hoping for. I'm not hoping for buffs. Not hoping for nerfs. I'm hoping that they'll look for all equal balance in the game in the end. Alrighty, boys. Do we go another one? Do we go again? Do we go again? Got Chrysler and Kragar ready to go. Do we throw them against each other? Or do we throw Chrysler and Kragar against like Asuma and Jesus? I think we go give Kragar and Chrysler another go. And then we start mixing you guys and matching you. I think that's how we want to do it. 3, 4, 5. I think we'll do that. Chrysler and Kragar. Because Chrysler, I don't think Chrysler gets to play at all so far. Oh, he did. He was Affliction Warlock. But I doubt he wants to play Affliction Warlock the whole time. Pretty sure he wants to test out some destruction, maybe. Chrysler, what do you think about Destro in 9-1, by the way? Can you comment in the chat? Do you think that's going to be better than the current Destro? Because it looked a lot more fun. Like, from third-person perspective, it looked like fun. I want Vent the rest to be better in PvP. Instead of keep making Kieran Red's better and better re. Dude, that is a good question, Athom. Because none of the Covenant Legos are really looking absolutely that good. Except for, like, Retribution Kyrian. Like, holy crap, that one looks insane. I guess Paladin Kyrian in general, but damn. Like, that one just looks nuts. You know? Like as a rogues, we got some good Legos, and they might have some use here and there, but they don't really seem to like override what our current Legos are. Like maybe Venter Lego might be usable in PvP. Good or better, even though KSBL got nerfed by 5%, looking really, really good. Sorry, I'm like, what's up, user? How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one, my man. Thank you for the support, by the way. I see that tag. I see the green name. Thank you so much, my guy. Hope you're having a wonderful, beautiful day, user. But yeah, like Rogue's got a cool Venthyr one with versatility stacking, and once it works properly with a Versa buff after the debuff falls off. Willing to explain what Flagellation's really like. Then it'll be really, really good. Promising. But Red Necrolord are looking promising in PvP. Our testing, I was actually surprised how good it worked out. I actually was surprised myself, honestly. I was surprised myself, dude. I was surprised myself. That one actually might make it somewhat okay. You know what I mean? But yeah, like all the other classes usually have a non-covenant Lego that's looking like the best for PvE or PvP. And rogues have one decent for Ventia, but it's like it's really iffy if it's going to be better than what we're currently running. But it's pretty close. Like it could have potential in the early sims. But then the Kyrian Lego comes out for Palace, and it's like, like at first I was thinking like, oh, just random judgments at 20% efficiency. Yeah, that might be kind of okay. You know, it's in line with all the Legos. And then we're like, oh yeah, so Kyrian, it just fires off judgments every 5 seconds for 30 seconds. What? You mean with the conduit as a red pally when you're PvPing, judgment, burst, burst, judgment procs, judgment procs, judgment procs. Like what? Oh my god, dude. And the cleave they'll have is nuts too. The cleave they'll have is nuts. Alright, let's try again. Krager and Kreiser. I don't know what happened there. We'll try it again. By the way, any of you guys excited for TBC? I was in a video last night for TBC that came out this morning, and I was surprised just by how much microtransactions things that get going on for TBC. Not gonna lie, it was a bit of a turn off. Like I still want to play TBC, but I was like, man, there's all these like limited editions for TBC. There's a deluxe edition, all that. Even though to play TBC is just still same as classic, just the sub fee. Crazy. I mean, I'm definitely gonna do the boost thing because I don't have a character on Horde to level with everybody. Broken Q. All right, we'll have to wait just a second. If I get that every judgment procs on the spells, yeah, that too. Like like somebody at Blizzard must play Retribution Paladin main, right? Like you, like I know it's a meme, but like somebody at Blizzard plays Paladin. Maybe they played Rogue at the start of the expansion, and now they're just playing Paladin. They're like, you know what? I want to make Paladin really, really good. That's probably not it. Like that's it's a good meme, but like, damn, like they're really giving Paladins like a hand. Maybe they're trying to buff them for PvE, and that'll need to be like a nerf for PvP later or something, right? Like if you're running this Lego and you're PvPing, it's gonna be a nerf to some extent or whatever. They're probably gonna do something like that, but they're probably trying to help them out for PvE. Like that's a really good legendary. I think as all specs, it's really good. Like it's actually lots of resource generation. Lots of resource generation. Which is incredible during your wing proc, right? During your wings, that's a lot of things you can do. Lots of damage, lots of healing. Damage and tankiness and healing for tanks, I guess. I guess healing and damage is tanks. Because you don't really become tankier. Not like your shields are overlapping. You can join these on PTR. Tomorrow we'll do PTR duels. Let's try it again, Kragar. These are broken, but I'm just going to keep spam queuing until it works. It'll eventually work. So, Kreiser, Kragar, let's actually do this. I'll give you guys 30 seconds. Leave all queues, all LFG queues, all arena queues you have. And I'll queue you. 30 seconds. There's a bit of delay, but by the time you leave, I should be queuing you on time. Yeah, I too want Vent the rest to actually be pretty good in PvP. Like, the way they did their Lego, though, I don't like it. Like, when you walk out of Ashen and it disappears, I don't like that. I think maybe if you drop down Ashen and you're outside of Ashen, it cooldowns faster, right? The CD, like the timer, just starts speeding up when you're outside of it. So then it's like no big deal if you're outside of it, so you get more uses of it. But Paladins get majority of use out of it when they're inside of it. What's up, Brandon? Looking forward to Paladins spelling Mercy without knowing it. Yeah, for real, dude. They gotta throw, you go for a polymorph, and a Paladin last second is gonna throw a judgment. Hit poly, judgment connects, dispelled. It's gonna be like that, dude. You're gonna have to start like juking Paladins from range. Poly, and at the very last second, like a 0.1 second, and let him throw judgment, then poly him again. It's gonna be super annoying. And when they use the Kyrian Lego, when they just automatically judgment things nearby them, it just constant dispel protection. You need to play Affliction Warlock at that point and just UA spam things. Because the Paladin can probably one-shot themselves with a UA. Like if you have UA in 3 targets and they dispel it at once, because they dispel their allies too, I mean they'll just blow up. Alright, Kreiser Cracker, trying to get you guys in next. Ruins of Lordaeron. Yeah, like I that's a very strong honor talent when you think about it, right? Like I don't, is there a stronger honor talent than that? Because that seems nuts. Like normally red palace can dispel, but I guess they'll be like support class with crazy damage now. Like if red Pallies did like noodle damage, somewhat okay healing, and they had the dispel, I'd be like, you know what, they're a support class. You know, they're like an enhancement shaman in a sense. They might have some okay damage during wings, but they're really there for support. You know, you can maybe replace them for a healer if you want someone who does slightly more damage, but mostly support role. But with how much damage they do, it's like, huh. Okay, so they hit the hardest with the burst. They also have really good cleave. They have decent sustain, like not much worse than any other class. They have enough mobility. Unless like someone hard kites them, they usually have enough mobility, just enough to make it through. And they could dispel themselves. Okay. What? You know what I mean? I'm not hating on any of you palettes. You guys enjoy it, but it's like, I'm just wondering, like, there's a little bit every buff. Every class has usually some kind of a benefit and a negative, and it feels like the longer we're in 8-1, the more I think about it, the less negatives paladins have. Maybe we should all reroll. The Twitch. We got ourselves Team 1 with Krager. We got ourselves, oh, Archie on a bike. We got ourselves Chirp. We got ourselves Wolf. And Yasha as a Demonology Warlock versus Zoid. Opening up with Shadow Blades off the bat. It looks like the pet isn't going to let him go anywhere. Needs to maximize the use of the Shadow Blades. Shadow Step in 2. The Warlock is going to go for advantage though. Trying to go with the Shadow Strike open again and stunned up. Trinket used immediately. And then goes the Necrolord Spike onto Yasha. So now I see the build he's running is going to get himself a dance rolling. Is he just a one dance kind of guy? I think he might be a one dance kind of man. He could spike up the other pets, by the way, to get even more calm points. And I feel like honestly not a terrible idea. Destiny Bull coming out for Yasha. Zoid is going to take quite a bit of damage. Try to go for a flash cut. Does get interrupted. And Zoid without a cloak, without advantage, actually might be done and done. Does go for Dream Shot into Yasha, trying to make some damage happen. But looks like the pets are surrounding him. And Baron Zoid is down for the count. As Yasha does control the Necrolord dominance here. Kreisbad gonna be up next as Affliction yet again. Still trying to see if Affliction can maybe work out for these duels. I really hope it does. I really hope it does. We'll see. I guess Yasha as a Demonology though, I just feel like those pets do more than dots from the Warlock, from Affy. I feel like the dots themselves just hard hitting. Unless Kreisbad needs to play like some kind of a weird different build. Yasha does go in for a Trinket in order to interrupt Kreisbad. Does slam him down with a double stun and a Tyrant and a Mortal Coil right after. Kreisbad taking quite a lot of damage. Stunner out to banish while walled, but it's going to be a fear to stop him in place. It's going to be Tyrant continue to attack. Kreisbad does finally get the banish in. As a Battle Master Trinket joins the fight, trying to create himself a Hellstone. If Yasha interrupts it, that'd be so mean. If he interrupted his Hellstone creation, that'd be so mean. As Kreisbad goes in for a Soul Rot onto him. Yasha does himself Dark Soul, but his soul is not feeling all that good, man. His soul is a bit oh no! Damn. That's unfortunate. That's really, really unfortunate. Yasha getting stunned up by Criticat though. That is super unfortunate, man. Affliction versus Demonology. Just the dots and the pressure, and you have to play like a weird build as Affliction in these duels, I think, in order to max out the DM. Also, what Lego would you end up playing too? Maybe it's a choice of Lego. You have to try something different. I'm hoping 9-1 helps him out a lot, man. Criticat, though, getting surrounded by all those pets. Does have an Ursos for all those pets, but Yasha bails out of there way out with the Gateway. And Criticat playing that Necrolord playstyle, so he is going to be more... Dude, everybody has been Necrolord so far except for Kreiser. Decimate Bull getting set up by Yasha. That's going to be a big slime shield for Critty. Trying to get himself some healing. Not a lot of health real left. Wall available. Doesn't have emergency healing, what it looks like. And goes for a Battle Master's Trinket. No emergency healing. Looks like he might not be in a good spot. Does give himself a full set of Swarm onto Yasha. As the Fear comes out and Yasha taking some of the bleed damage, but looks like not the biggest setup by Critty. Is going to hit him with the Fear. Try to hit him with a couple Shadow Bolts. Puppy Dogs are up. It should be a-okay for now. It's Critty just taking massive crit damages. With a stun by the pet. Doggo's in there. Barely a few bits of health away. Stun on all those pets for a second. Biofield rolls in. And Decimated Bulls just take him out. This man's just decimating the team, dude. Did a pretty good job of it, too. Kiss God is going to be up next as a Retribution Paladin. Yasha versus a Ret. With Kiss God, full cooldowns available and everything. Fear coming out by Yasha. Denies it instead. Decides to go in for a... You know, kind of on target the whole time. He denies it and goes for the port with a mortal coil running Kisgod away. That's going to be Tyrant and everything available on Kisgod. Is going to have to go for a big heals. Trying to walk by next to the Tyrant. Does go for the stun. Looks like he's lagging a little bit. Going to be... Is that a second gate for Yasuo? So he must be running like a double gate with Lego. Going to be a full Seraphim available for Kisgod with wings and everything. Blind onto Yasuo. Could be lots of damage here. Big hammers flying. Actually, I think he smacked Arky with a hammer. And that did a little bit of damage there too. Going to be Yasuo bailing out of there though. Trinket and User, my man. How you doing, my dude? My man. How you doing, my guy? Thank you for the dono.
Send Dodge coin to the moon. Smiley face.
Yeah, okay, we got a hashtag username. Send Dodge going to the moon. I have not kept up with Dodge, but apparently that thing is taken off. Yo, if any of you guys got investments in Dodge, good luck. I'm wishing you guys the best, honestly. Watching everybody there makes a bank, dude. Kisgod, though, not in a great position. Not hoping to get sent to the moon. He's hoping he's a star, but he's not hoping to get sent by Yasuo to the moon. Yasuo been to the moon and back, technically, because all those demons are actually aliens in World of Warcraft universe in some sense. He has a variety of them. He has a Vile Fiends, he have Felguards, he have Demon Doggas, all from different planets. The kid's gotta get him stunned up with a fear right after, getting controlled by Yasuo completely. The Decimate Bolt coming out. Decimate Bolt is gonna have that extra damage, extra spice in there. With them Demon Bolts afterwards. And Yasuo does have a bunch of Demon Bolts ready to go. Shadow Fury trying to get set up. Looks like Kisgod trying to wait out for Yasuo to use his mobility before he really commits any kind of big damage. And Yasuo continuing to run as much as possible. Kisgod get him so a decent proc. Wreck does come down. It's going to be a couple verdicts. It's going to be a Vile Fiend and 2 Iron coming up. As Kisgod does have a Shield of Vengeance for him. Mortical is up as Yasuo getting even more pets up and running. And Kisgod trying to see if he can get himself some line of sight at this point, dude. 6 minutes of the duel. 7% dampener. Hashtag user boys show appreciation for that wonderful, beautiful donut, my man. As Yasuo does go to create himself a health stone. Kisgod waiting it out for now. Waiting out, chilling. Word of Glory spamming himself back behind the pillar, back to back. As Yasuo throws down Demon Bolts. And Gul'dan's ready. Decimate Bolt set up as Kisgod is at half his health. So again, every time you Decimate Bolt an enemy at low health, those Demon Bolts afterwards are also going to have a little bit extra damage increase to it. The lower the target's health, the closer to execute, the more execute mechanic you get for those extra hits. Those extra spells that Decimate Bolt empowers. Yasuo is seeing Kisgod rushing out of the full Seraphim ready, has a fear for it. Bubble comes down by the pallet, does go for a Hodge, but it's going to be reflect for Yasuo. Did not need a... Well, it looks like he does need a Hodge. So it must have been something else that hit him. With a fear to follow right after, as Yasuo just continued to get even more pets up and running. Has been able to deal with Kisgod burst so far, stunning him right after. Does he have the Tyrant? If only he had the Tyrant, that would close out the game. Mortal Coil to follow, and Kisgod still has wings for Word of Glory spam stun on all those pets, so that's going to be some pressure off his back for a second, with a fear right after another Decimated Bolt getting set up. And that's going to be Shield of Vengeance. So far, Kisgod has just been running after Yasuo. Hope I get some good Nikes on, man, or... Technically, this is either Tauren or shoes, I guess. Well, they got some good running shoes, though, either way. This man is just running over and over. Yasuo got them ports, got them gateways. It looks like he's playing the gateway Lego to be able to give himself more than one charge of ports. Big old Blade of Justice up for Kisgod. As he just continues to slowly but surely walk at Yasuo, dude. No way to remove curses. So that Curse of Exhaustion is going to keep him slowed. Ballistic Protection coming out as a Mortal Coil comes out. Trying to see if he can prevent any kind of stuns from the pet stun onto Kisgod. The Tyrant does apparently have line of sight, even though it looks like he's hitting straight through the pillar. And Kisgod should be able to be okay for now. Dampening not super high. Only 20%. Paladin healing is still maintaining himself for now. But the Paladin isn't really running on too many cooldowns. Not a lot of defenses, not a lot of offensives. And Yasuo can't really get super aggressive with the Paladin either, because the Paladin does have Hand of Hindrance. And Yasuo does have himself his mobility set up in a very defensive fashion. So only so much you can really do about it for now. Stun Kisgod doesn't ability to get set up again. Kisgod does choose to Trinket, hodges himself off that, and Yasuo still has more control. Big old set of hammers flying for Kisgod, so that should give him a lot of holy power for Mortal Glories. Mortal Coil right after as the Seraphim goes out. But does Yasuo have enough here? Shield of Vengeance is up, and Kisgod is super far in. He doesn't have line of sight behind the pillar. It looks like maybe the Fear will give him opportunity. Looks like he's trying to stay as aggressive as he can. Back-to-back Fears coming up for Yasuo. Stayed away from the Shield of Vengeance. Wings are up, and Kisgod should be able to recover quite a lot of health if he chooses to. Yasuo is hanging up by the gateway, though. Actually, Kisgod unable to play against this man. actually unable to play against this Warlock at all. Big old SATA wreck coming out. Kisgod hitting the Shaman by accident? Pretty weird. Unfortunate. Why is Shaman getting beat up? I don't understand. Yasuo though, look at that range, dude. You're just maintaining that range, maintaining social distancing away from Kisgod. Hand freedom comes out, has a port for it immediately. And Kisgod is just stuck. He can't really do much. Try to see if he can be able to hang out behind this small, short tombstone. Get Yasuo to get closer. Try to see if he can walk at him. Just cannot, dude. He just can't do it. Big hammer flying does not get the proc for the hammer with the toll. The shadow bolts come out. And Yasuo just has Kisgod in such a good position for him. Reflect is up. As long as Kisgod does not reflect stun himself, drinking it out for Yasuo as he sees the blind before Kisgod even went for big damage. Gonna be a stun. Is that gonna be the end? Does Yasuo finally have Kisgod? This has been a long duel. Wings are back up. Kisgod can go for a massive heal. Unless the pets can just stop him, there's gonna be yet another word of glory. The imps, the firing squad is firing off fell bolts. It looks like Kisgod might be okay for now. 32% dampening. Shield of Vengeance is up. Has the shield to help him out a little bit. Yasuo get himself a Decimated Bolt set up, but the Kisgod is going to have that X mechanic to it. Mortal Coil just needs himself Decimated Bolts and he'll be in a good spot. Start into Kisgod. Has a bubble back up. That's going to be his last defensive. You either have a do or die situation. Either you commit a lot of damage to Yasuo, or you play defensive longer. And it looks like he decided, I'm going to play defensive a little longer. Looks like Wreck is back up. I think I saw a Wreck proc just now. The back and forth between these two dudes. It looks like Kisgod. What is this recovery? Wait, how did he just recover so much health? Did he just go straight up Word of Glories? Whatever crits he could at 36% dampening. Reflect himself for Yasuo, trying to hodge himself. Does he have a hodge trick available? Hodges Yasuo is going to be yet another stone from another Felguard. That's going to be Kisgod trying to make the most damage happen. Ward Stomp, Wreck available. Wall up for Yasuo with a Tyrant, just trying to see if he can blast damage back to Kisgod as well. Mortal Coil keeping him away from line inside the Tyrant, able to clap him out. One more cast is all he needs. Might just have it here. Does he have it? The last cast goes through, and the Tyrant does end up taking down the Paladin after a long drawn duel between the two juggernauts who just did not want to go down. Yasuo does land the final killing blow. He does end up taking him down at the very end. Stunned onto Unstoppable, immediate trinket. Does Yasuo have enough to continue on this duel? He's going from one juggernaut into the next. It's going to be Unstoppable. Yet another player who does not like going down without a fight. Interrupt onto the fire damage as Demon Bolts coming out for Yasuo. Unstoppable got him some pretty big zaps available. And Yasuo better be really careful with it. Mortal Coil immediately to Unstoppable. Does he have Reflect? He does not have Reflect. So Yasuo actually doesn't really have much to work with. Does have the slows for Unstoppable, which he can decurse himself off of. And does have stuns with all these pets. And we are at 44% dampening, so Yasuo is going to be in a situation where he can't really heal. If Unstoppable can't really heal too much. Yasuo can get aggressive, get in his face, get the interrupts rolling if he wants to. But at least he's playing it very carefully for now. Hasn't played super aggressive just yet. I think he wants to wait until more defenses are out of Unstoppable. That's supposed to soften him up for now. But he's literally Unstoppable. If we change the letters a bit, it could be Unstoppable. In a sense. If that makes any sense at all. What is sense? Reflect is up for Yasuo. Unstoppable eating a couple of this lava bursts back. It's going to be full Tyrant up for Yasuo as the stun comes out. The Demon Doggers and the Tyrant should do quite a bit of damage. There goes the wall for Unstoppable. Stun around the corner yet again. And Yasuo needs to send the Tyrant back in there. That Tyrant not really doing what he's supposed to. Literally not even walking him at all. Buffing back up as Yasuo dusting out a Mortal Coil Unstoppable for that lasso. Actually connects as the lasso connects too. Flash cut out for Yasuo to get himself a little bit of healing increase. That's going to be CC immunity from the capacitor totem. Unstoppable does get stunned up by the pets. It's going to be Decimating Bolt. Another stun comes out. Actually, I think the Decimating Bolt was grounded. I wonder if it still gets the benefits of Execute. Interrupt Unstoppable does get himself Fleshcraft. No pet interrupts for it. So that's super unfortunate for him. Stun to Yasuo, Unstoppable get himself an Earth Elemental. So both of them are actually on the last foot. Yasuo slowly getting cooldowns back. It's going to get a wall back. It might have defenses on a very short cooldown. Unstoppable, though, basically out of all defenses for him to really work with, as well as maybe Fire Elemental coming out very soon to throw offenses at him. But it looks like both of them are running out of juice. So maybe this way Yasuo wants to... Oh, what? He literally just ran through, like, around the pillar, and he was, like, on this little lip there. I didn't even know he could get up there. The Fear Pathic was interesting. But yes, it's still in there, dude. Still continuing not to really get super aggressive. Just throws out the pets and goes behind the pillar really to chill. Unstoppable, of course, behind the pillar as well. Does want to go for healing surges. Knows he could get interrupted at any moment. Gets a stun into Yas. It might be his perfect opportunity to make some damage happen. Maybe with Primordial Bolt. Got himself Earth Shocks. Continue to put some pressure. Unstoppable wants to make some happen here. That's going to be Earth Fire Elemental available and everything. Yas, it does have a wall if he wants to. Reflect us up as well. Trick it up wherever it's soon. Also does have a tyrant if he wants to. Just sees himself quite a lot of pets together in order to make it happen. Stun into Unstoppable for a second. Does get knocked back for a second. Mortal Coil to follow. That's going to be a wall and a tyrant full. Tyrant is up. Unstoppable does get interrupted on the Hex. Tyrant getting to do some slabs. It's going to be Decimate both together as the wall is up for Unstoppable. Could be under a lot of pressure behind the wall right now as a Violet also joins the fight. That's a lot of pets. Can Unstoppable heal through it? Or is he just low enough on health? Tyrant actually getting big slabs. It looks like yes, it took him out. Is that a 1v5 yet again? That is a 1v5 with 1.2 million damage. Man, this Warlock, dude. This guy. Imagine all those pets and the damage. But then also add together that the little totem that they're getting in 9-1 that also empowers your pets even further. Faster autos, faster casts. Those pets are just gonna wreck. Those pets are gonna be insane, dude. Alright, boys, let's get another one up and running, yeah? Team I think it was Team Cracker that never really got to, well, they got to play once. But guys are really stealing the show a lot of the times. I've never played Affliction again in my life. That's unfortunate, man. That's unfortunate. If I do 10%, I mean, it's a Demonology Warlock. It's a class all about pet damage. I would imagine a class like that should have majority of the, or 10% per hit. Nah. That's too much. That's no exaggeration. I tried on PTR. Yeah, Affliction on PTR might be a little bit better with the Drain build. That could be a little bit stronger, especially if you have the conduit for it. Definitely will check it out, Kreiser, on PTR. But for now, yeah, it's just in duels it doesn't seem good. Maybe it's good in like 2v2 and 3v3, but in duels it just does not seem good at all. Because in 2v2 and 3v3 you can like hit multiple targets, so you can like rot two people down. Rotting one target down isn't super effective for Affliction. Does strengthen the fact that it can hit multiple enemies. You don't hit them super quickly, you know, they rot them down over time, but you do rot. So Necrolord best coming in for everyone. It looks like for PvP it's starting to get a little better, but I think Faye is generally the best one. Third time Cracker team, second time Cracker team. Okay, yo, I'm just trying to get boys in here, man. Trying to get boys in here. Should we get Cracker versus we could do Cracker versus Jesus and Asuma versus Kreiser. I don't know if they, or maybe those are Cracker versus Asuma and Jesus versus Kreiser, because I think Asuma and Kreiser fought each other already. Did they? No, I think it's the other way around actually. Maybe they have. Could be wrong. Let's do Krager and Jesus. Because Krager's team, again, only one guy to play. And we'll get Kreiser and him immediately. Because we do gotta desync you guys a little bit. Necrolord Supremacy for the win. With the big shields they got going on. They are really good, aren't they? They are pretty good. Alrighty, boys. Who do we have? Boccia, yo. Boccia in here, dude. What's up, fam? How you doing, dude? Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go, my guy. Alright. Did I save? I feel like I'm saving too many copies of EU Duels, but I just don't remember if I save them or not, ever. Alrighty, now we're good. Switch. We got ourselves Team 1 together with Krager. We got ourselves Chirp. We got ourselves Advo, Archie, as well as Wolf versus Team 2 with Arthas. With a couple switch ups, we got ourselves Def, Leash, Eps. I don't even know what kind of like a nickname to give this guy. I guess we call him Def. Yandex. We got ourselves Mary, and we got ourselves Boccia. And it looks like Mary versus Cracker. First up, Fury versus Rat. By the way, Def, dude, he looks like what's that one guy? Yo, what's that one video game with a dude and it's like part machine? They had a game titled Mankind Divided. What is it called? You tell me, I tell you, dude. You tell me, I tell you. It's one of those situations. Mary tried to see if he could survive versus Cracker for now. Judgment's getting thrown out. Hodge on the Cracker with wings coming down. And a massive Templar's verdicts back to back. Rather, final verdicts. As he does get disarmed. So far, Cracker did survive the pretty decent burst out of him, though. Just chilling for now. Does have the Kyrian Swole Boy running after him. The Swolekin. He does have the Kyrian to pick up whenever he needs it. I wonder what kind of setup he has. Probably like a Pelagos, right? And maybe the 3% damage reduction from the holy spells would be pretty good. Try to see if he can hit him with a spear. Does miss the spear by a second. And Mary does not get rooted. Which means Cracker, I think, loses out on the damage increase. The rage. That's going to Mary with lots of damage on Cracker. Does he go blind to follow up? Big damage. Just slamming it out of the park at the end. I was expecting for him to use the blind to follow. He didn't even need it. He just went for a full Hodge, a full burst, dude. That's Paladins. Dude, Advo gonna be up next as a Demonology Warlock on Team 1, trying to go for a Tyrant immediately. Big go for a Pet's Mortal up, and Mary might just have to bubble this immediately. Doesn't even bubble. Wait, Mary doesn't bubble. He doesn't even play the Guardian Legendary either. How did he survive that? He healed himself with Shield of Vengeance as well. Did a Word of Glory into Shield of Vengeance? I'm pretty sure those two are on Global. Or was that a Battle Masters with a Shield of Vengeance? That might have been a Battle Masters with a Shield of Vengeance. That was huge. And does need to go for a little bit of health recovery. I'm surprised he lived that, dude. I'm surprised he lived that. I feel like Advo should have already had him. But apparently he just gets to live. I'm actually amazed. And Advo's going to have another go like that. He had himself a perfect opportunity. Full cooldowns available. Mortal Coil, everything. He'll have to wait for the stuns and the Mortal Coil setup again before he can do something like that. Mary, after that stun, looking to just rush at Advo. Does use a human racial, it looks like, to break out of that stun. Mary does not run the normal trinkets, by the way. So he's running some damage trinkets most likely. Or I guess he's running Battle Masters. And maybe a proc trinket on top of it. Trying to make some damage happen to Advo. Seraphim up as a Mortal Coil Fear walks him in the other direction. As you can see, the Paladin's healing in previous match. Yeah. I don't... Details doesn't work at these things, though. I tried it before. It would have been pretty cool to see. Because it doesn't actually, like, capture it easily. Or capture it well at all. Someone has a screenshot on Discord. They can link it, though. If they wanted to. Looks like a protection up for Mary trying to get out of that stun. And so far, it looks like this Paladin is just kind of waiting out until he can get himself a big go. Are those real wings or just a wing proc? I think it's actual real wings. Hodge and Advo does have a trinket for it immediately. Big old hammer proc. Wreck is up. Mary, not really struggling to get next to Advo, has the final verdicts. Doing quite a lot of damage and also from quite a bit of distance. Back to back, just hammering Advo as the wings do fall apart, though. Does get himself at least a stun onto Advo's pets. At least some sort of CC. Advo sending out even more demons in there. Vilefy and everything. Stun onto Mary. And actually quite a bit of damage from around the corner with the Tyrant up and running. Does go for the bubble a little bit early. And Advo being next to him. Trying to see if he might be able to capitalize on some damage. But the port for Advo does give him plenty of mobility to get away from the Paladin. These Paladins are not really known for mobility. Does the Tyrant get a clap in? It does get one cast. At the very last second. Shield of itself for Mary, so should be okay for now. Advo looking to get away from him ASAP with the fear to follow. Shadow bolts are flying. And Mary should be okay for now. What is Mary looking like? He actually got no defenses left. But Advo, I don't really think he has a big go just yet. He might be able to whittle Mary down. It's getting Mary kind of low. The Word of Glories are still keeping on, though. Does go for the stun on all those peds, aggressively generating as much holy power as he can. Not even saving it for Advo, just trying to get as much holy power, spend as much of it as he can. The further he can stay, the more he can do that, the further he can stay away from Advo. Hodge coming down, might actually be able to get himself a big old proc. Does he go for the wreck? He does get the wreck. I'm trying to go for the verdicts. Judgment is up. He does go Mortal Coil, run him in the other direction. Shut down on the birds, but does give him some line of sight and is continuing to use the Word of Glories as much as he can, spending holy power on anything possible. Fear on to Mary, though, as Advo does go for a bit of a drain life. Dampening finally rolling in at the 5-minute mark here, boys. So we'll see where this duel goes. Shadow bolts available for Advo with the Fear to follow. Mary does get himself a Seraphim ready, but the Fear does prevent a lot of the burst. Second Fear right after. Does Advo have a go? Hodge available for Mary. Wings up and running. Stun on majority of the pets except for the main one. Has himself the final verdicts available. That's going to be poured for the Warlock, and Mary goes for Word of Glory spam since he can't reach. Again, just trying to spend as much holy power and spend it. generate as much holy power as he can, and then spend as much as fast as he can. Maybe he has like a playstyle for it, so I think there is a... isn't there a talent right now where your Hodge, you get it back the more holy power you spend? If that one is only for like Templar's Verdicts, spend on Templar's Verdicts, then I guess it's super specific. But if it works for Word of Glories too, hey, he's getting more stuns, he's getting more opportunities. That might not be bad in a duel, where it's kind of like you want to use as many of your cooldowns as efficiently as possible, but you want to max it out as many of them as you can. Mary does get it with a fear. Adva does not have a good line of sight at all. These two are just having a bit of a back and forth right now. Hodge onto Adva as Mary goes for Seraphim Trinket available for the lock, and Mary just cannot catch up to him. The curse of exhaustion just keeps slowing him down. And dampening eventually is going to make things worse for Mary. Actually turned the attention onto the pet, looking just to eliminate the Felguard in the first place. That thing keeps stunning him. If he can somehow eliminate Felguard, make sure that thing is permanently gone, he might actually be able to have himself quite a bit of extra CC versus Mary. Tyrant coming out. Mary does not have anything except for Shield of Vengeance. Mortal Call. It's a deja vu yet again. This time though, literally similar setup, similar positioning, also running to the box as of the first time. But this time he didn't have Battle Master Trinket out for a long fought battle. And Boccia going to be up next as a rogue. Going for the shot. Not even going for the opener with a stealth actually. Actually crazy. And Boccia going in for, I think one of the spikes on one of the imps. Is that what he did? He spiked one of the imps, it looked like. Just to give him some more common points. He's going to go for spikes on the Felguard as well. Just so he can have an extra spike available. So that's extra common points for him to generate versus Adva. Stun coming up by the Felguard really early. As Adva walk into him with a full Fleshcraft available. So Boccia should be able to get a lot of common points. Actually looks like he's just attacking the pet. Looks like he's just literally going to eliminate the main pet first. And that's exactly what he does. He decides to go to eliminate the main pet first ASAP. Adva will have to summon a new one, so now I guess his whole cast is going to be to summon the Wrathguard. But as long as you interrupt his summons, he'll actually have a hard time doing it. The only thing Boccia got to watch out for is a Mortal Call into a Fear to let him get a full summon, because that's the only thing that's really going to let him. Try to hang out by the box so there's a Mortal Call. You can chain into a Fear right afterwards. And I would try to go for a stun, but that stun isn't going to be long enough. Boccia is going to be able to stop the Wraithguard summon in any way possible. Does get himself a restealth, does get the interrupt on it yet again. Adva needs a Mortal Call into a Fear to get a clean reset. If Boccia cloaks it, that's the only way he can really stop it. Does go for the burst, trying to end this deal before he even has to go thinking about it. And down he goes. Just taking him out with Wolf trying to go up next. Boccia trying to see if he can get himself a reset, maybe. That's just going to be Shadow Strikes back to back for Wolf. With a cheap shot to follow. Is Boccia having more defenses though? He does have evasion and everything. Wolf took a bit of damage at the beginning, but does have some damage off his own. Evasion is up for Boccia. He needs to be very, very careful with the pets as well. It's going to be a spike onto Wolf. That's going to be extra common points as well as the bleed. And Boccia got himself a nice setup maybe. That's going to be Curian going down for Wolf. And Boccia might have to Shadow Meld or something. Does Shadow Meld as well as Cloak of Shadows to make sure there's no Hunter's Mark on him. And try to avoid Wolf as best as he can, try not to run into a trap. If it was just only a little bit to the right, actually would have run into that trap. I don't really know what it was. Good drop down freezing trap. Gonna be a big fear onto Wolf as he gets low. Actually, Boccia with the spears. Oh, using the fear as it drops low as a way to continue the CC chain on the enemy, not only with stuns, but with fears as well. That's really interesting. Very interesting. Arhe's going to be up next. Got himself an Earth Elemental up immediately. Although he can't control the Earth Elemental, he can't get it to attack Boccia while their eyes are up. And Boccia looking just to get the hell out of there for now. That low health fear to chain off of a stun is actually kind of nutty. Not going to lie, that thing is kind of nuts. Because it's a fear that doesn't break the damage. Or if it does, it has a really high threshold for damage breaks. But it's a really short fear, like 3 seconds. So if you go for a full stun and you're low, you go for a stun, get lower than that, fear to chain afterwards. If let's say they have a pet or something, it can work out really, really well. Gonna be a big old chain harvest for R. He's taking lots of damage from Boccia here in the opener. Cheap shot into Kidney shot. And that's gonna be a flesh cut for Boccia as he's just trying to stay on the move. Got himself lots of shielded back up. This man is gonna be surviving for a bit, and that's gonna be spikes on the pets as well for Arhe. As Boccia wants to make sure the spikes give him more common points every time he uses stuff. And let's try to see if he can get away from Arhe while he's waiting on CDs. Is going to get him with a rupture, but we're just waiting for the rogue to go. And Arhe so far hasn't really been able to get a proper go. He had wolves, he had Earth Elemental, It looks like Bocce is starting to go for a reset. Gets a trinket out of Arky Orc. Does have a blind back up, so he's going to go for the blind. As he gets him away from the pillar. Does Bocce have himself a nice setup? Like a big old go? He might. Those Shadow Blades for a bit. He's going to be able to attack the totem. What is that? A healing totem maybe? Or Windfear totem potentially? He's going to get a Shadow Strike onto Arky. Not going for a defensive play with, or a CC based play with cheap shots. Just trying to stay away from Arky. I think he's waiting out for the wall to be down. Evasion is up for Bocce, trying to avoid as much damage from Arky Orc. Just trying to generate calm points off the guy. I think just trying to maybe get resources. As soon as he has Shadow Blades, I think is where he might actually have a go. Unless he wants to have a go here. Just continue to Shadow Strike and eviscerate the guy over and over. Kitten Strike comes out. Blades is back up and everything. Dance, I think, is not even... Is Dance even rolling? I don't think he... Now his Dance is rolling. Vanish coming up for Bocce. Arky does get quite a bit of damage onto the Rogue. The Rogue comes out, trying to see if he can interrupt Arky on a fast cast. Instant, almost instant heal. With 4 Maelstrom. Bocce is still kind of low on health. Arky could actually still turn this around. Kitten Shot super DR. If he can just somehow auto-attack Bocce, he's able to attack him through the wall actually. Will also back up. Wait, Bocce could be in a really bad spot. The Stroke has had a really good go so far, but I think Arky could turn this around. Fear came out really early for Bocce, trying to fear the Ghost Wolves, but I don't think it actually did anything to the Wolves. As Arky does take down Bocce. That Fear came out a little too early. If only the Rogue was on top of Arky when the Fear came out. He might have been able to use the Fear to just CC chain Arky. Fear into then a full Kitten Shot, full go. That might have been something. As Yannick's got himself the extra helping man, full stun into Arky. Yeah, it doesn't matter how much health, how much gear you have. Yannick's just took him out. Not much you can really do in that situation. Unholy DK is not super good for PvP as of late. But when you come out as a Handsome Shaman, no CDs after fighting a Rogue, threw everything in there. Yeah, you're just going to drop a full army and you're done. Chirp is going to be up next. We'll see how he does against an Unholy DK. Trying to go for an interrupt on the Cyclone. Does get juked on. And Chirp trying to stay next to the Unholy Death as best possible. Convoking Spirit's coming out. Looks like it's actually going to hit a few people. Not hitting Yandex, it's actually hitting Arthas more than anybody. Super unfortunate for Chirp. Yandex does drop down the anti-magic zone. Looks like the pet does get sacrificed. Does he even have a... It doesn't look like he has a pet at all. Disarm and Yandex can't really go for Death Strikes or anything. I want to go for Death Coils, but Death Coils are 49% dampening. Looks like he decided to go for aggressive Death Coils rather than defensive ones. Finally got himself a pet to summon, so he does have at least a pet to help out him in damage. But he might sacrifice that pet pretty early on here, as Chirp just has enough dots rolling onto Yandex, and just not much Unholy DK can do in that situation. Chirp does take him out. Arthas, it looks like Arthas is going to be up next by the looks of it. At least allowing Chirp at least an auto duel. Sorta, kinda. Letting him get a regrowth or two. With a Hodge to follow Seraphim back up fully. And Arthas does actually pop a trinket just to make sure his damage is full on through. Chirp trying to see if he can get away from the guy. It's going to be full Seraphim, Wings Paladin, trying to go for last verdicts. Big damage from afar. Does get himself big hammer procs. Chirp does get himself a defensive for a second. That gives him a little bit of a self-heal. And with Barxian, he's surviving for just a little bit longer, but with Wings up, Arthas, I think he's just going to take him out. Yep, there it goes. That was super unfortunate, dude. That was super unfortunate. Very unfortunate duel, how that went. Oh, man, that Rogue almost had it too, dude. That Rogue almost had it. Almost had it. That was so clutch. I do like that fear thing. Like, he was able to use the fear. I don't know if he did it on purpose, but it looked like he stunned the guy and then used the fear after that stun to continue CC chain. And then the shaman came up and he couldn't really get the fear lined up properly either. Man, it was rough. It's a rough duel. Alrighty, boys. Who do we have? Kreiser? Awesome already? Is it Awesome and Kreiser again? We just throw you guys at each other. It's been a while, man. I was swapped with Warwick. How you, fam? I'm doing pretty good, King. How you doing, my guy? I've been swapping to 9-1 stuff, man. 9-1. That's been keeping me busy, dude. Checking out updates, making videos, all that. What's the TBC coming out? You gonna be playing it, King? How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. Hope you're having a good one, my boy. Guys, a 3 out of 5 here. Alright, alright. Krager ready. We could throw Krager and Asuma. Jesus also ready. I think it was Krager's team that had the monk, right? With Arthas? Or was it Kreiser's team? I think it was it Kreiser's team? No, it was Jesus. It must have been Jesus and Kragar. Right? I'm not sure, actually. The spots and you get in. There we go, boys. There we go. Bro, I keep falling asleep. Barely had a lunch. And I had this coffee and it's been sitting here. I'm not even drinking it. I should have had the full thing of coffee before starting the stream, dude, because now I'm just sleepy. I've been up until like late last night for yet another video, dude. I gotta stop that. I gotta just start finding a way to wake up in the morning, get my ass up, and just get work done early. And go to bed early, dude. When someone unlock, how do we get in these? Yo, just join in, man. It's a community ran effort. Just join in one of the groups in LFG. Go Kragar to them last. Or Kragar time. Did we do Kragar versus Jesus again? I mean, Asuma, I guess. I guess we did Kragar versus Asuma. Or Jesus versus Asuma? Have Jesus and Asuma got to duel each other? I want to say they did. Kragar and Asuma did get to duel each other, I think. Right? Because Asuma had... We'll do Kragar and Asuma. What's it called? 5V5 1v1 DUELS. You'll find them over in LFG. Versus player premier group, custom PvP, find group, top number 5, enter. And there we go, my dude. We're gonna be doing some duels tomorrow on PTR as well. So if you don't get today, you can always join PTR. Kragar and Asuma. Wait, did not Kragar and Asuma play just now? No, it was Bachia. Okay. And then Tasty and Kragar, have those two played each other? I want to say yes, but Kragar's team had Yasa. Right? Or am I wrong on that one? I can't remember. I actually can't remember. Alrighty, boys. Christ turn, we need one more. Yo. What's up, Blaze ass? I do my mem. Yo, did Christ get a fair chances to play, man? We also got a chance tomorrow. We also get games tomorrow. Don't you worry, boys. We also get games tomorrow. Alright. Let's get Kragar and Team Asuma, Tasty, Copy, Pig, as well as who's last on Asuma's team? Yeehaw. Yeehaw. Christ didn't have Yasha. Fine, mate, I didn't. What? Do you have another one after this, Dal? I think after this we're actually going to call it, because I think I'm out of energy today, boys. I'm putting as much in as I can into these duels today, but honestly, I just want to take a nap. And I might just get some work done tonight and just go to bed early, honestly. PTR tomorrow? Yeah, PTR tomorrow. Go to PTR duels tomorrow, boys. So after this duel, stick around. PTR duels tomorrow. I'll try to announce it in Discord as well tomorrow when I wake up as well. Alrighty. All right. I think I saved that one. I keep doubting myself whether I saved them or not. Switch. We got ourselves team 1 with Kragar on that team. We got a Star. Oh, Star. We got ourselves Chirp, we got ourselves Arhi, and Mamaka versus Team Tasty, as well as Copy. In back, we also got ourselves Asuma, Pig, as well as Yeehaw. And looks like it's going to be a Mamaka Survival Hunter, Necrolord versus Copy, going with a silence immediately. Is that a silence? I think it is a silence. Copy taking lots of damage in the opener. It's going to be a stun trick inside of it immediately. Got himself Ghost, will shoot me quite a bit of damage. Wall is up for Copy, 40% DR. Should keep him alive for a bit. Getting quite a bit of damage back to Mamaka, though. Big fear by the Hunter, but goes into a turtle shell as soon as the fear comes out and traps Copy. Fears and traps technically don't DR with one another. So yeah, it's actually quite a good use of CC. He technically didn't DR himself at all. Copy does have Earth Elemental up, so should be okay for now. Extra health should help him get a little bit extra value on the healing, as well as survivability in general. Mamaka blazing it out of there, dude. Just bailing out of there immediately. Sprinted out of there like a madman. Back it up. Another AoE fear comes out, but wasn't anywhere near Copy with a disengage. And Copy does come by and then slap what looked like his calf with a lava burst, with a lava lash. Star is going to be up next as a sub-rogue Venthyr thing coming down. Big damage to the Copy. Actually lived it. I don't even know how he survived it. Ghosts are up with the stun onto Star. And Copy needs himself lots of self-heals. He is not in a great spot. Does go for a Chain Harvest. Massive damage to Rogue. And plenty of healing for Copy. Needs himself plenty of self-heals. The wolves are still on Star. Trying to go for evasion and Cloak of Shadows. No vanish available. What are you trying to vanish? If somehow Copy can reconnect and get some damage on the Star, he might be able to make something happen. Blind to Copy. Looks like Star is going to be able to walk out of this scot-free. And Copy is definitely gonna get him. He's gonna need to look for the rogue catch and reset. Yeehaw almost picked up the eye. I look at Yeehaw for a second, right to the eye. I'm like, oh god, if he picks it up, Copy just loses an eye there. Just losing an eye. Oh no. Star though, waiting out Copy, chilling out for now. What's up, Racy? You trying to do, my man? Looking for us to play? What's up, Ashaya? How you doing, fam? I mean, you next duel IDK. Well, doubt tomorrow should see us Asbirds, bro. Yo, bring your SAS to PTR, man. I'm gonna check it out, Subway. Gonna be a cheap shot onto Copy. The Star goes in for a back-to-back stuns. Massive damage onto Copy. Is he playing the one stance build? He might be. Is he? Hard to tell. Ghost Wolves are out for Copy. Should be able to give himself quite a bit of Maelstrom. Plenty of mana to give himself that healing. Doesn't. I lost my train of thought for a second. What I wanted to say is does clip him with that AoE stun totem. But I was just so amazed I kind of froze for a second, like thinking, is he gonna die? Wait a second. Oh, just turned it around on the rogue just like that. Absolute nuts. Copy though, going up versus Chirp. And that's how to go for back-to-back Maelstrom heals. That's going to be a Cyclone grounded. And Chirp actually just continued to try to land a Cyclone to Copy him. With Copy, giving him just a free damage. Interrupt is gone. No! Interrupt is gone as well as no more grounding. And Chirp actually get all the damage. All the damage stops, I guess, for Convoke. The grounding as well as the interrupt. All of them are out. Just, I'll Convoke. I'll do it again. Just Convoke him down. Poor boy, Copy. Copy Finn down, boys. But Tasty's up next. Big lava burst and lightning bolts on the Chirp. What are these shamans? The shamans, dude. Oh my god. Archie enhances shaman. Trying to rush that the Tasty and looks like already getting zapped up. Archie already at half health. Literally just got to walk out, dude. He just stepped out of the door. Stepped on the sidewalk, half health. That's literally what happened right now. Casey tried to see if he can hit him with the Sun Totem. Does not clip him. That's going to be Trinket for Archie with that sentence up immediately. Casey tried to see if he can heal Surge through this damage. Archie doesn't look like he had an interrupt for it. Does go for a Chain Harvest to give a little bit of damage, a little bit of healing. Does get interrupted on the lava burst for Tasty, trying to go for a bit of a cast. And looks like he decided, you know what? I'm just going to try to avoid Archie for now. Archie trying to go for Door of Shadows. Earth Elementals are both back up. So Tasty has an Earth Elemental, so does Archie. Tasty has a pretty big wall for that one. Tasty trying to get himself some free Maelstrom while Archie is nowhere nearby. But he's going to punish Archie for even poking his head out from behind the pillar. Hundo P. Deleted, dude. That's actually just so much damage. These shamans actually do so much damage. So Archie is 4. Tasty is 1. Okay, I can remember that, hopefully. I can maybe remember that. Slow and a stun totem around the corner for Archie. Tasty does not run into it. He's trying to make sure he has a little bit of range away from that pillar, by the way. As much of a range as he can. Lightning Lasso. Lava Lasso is what I was going to call it for a second. Stormkeeper trying to get set up for Tasty. Should have himself plenty of zaps ready. Grounding totem. Not a grounding totem. That's a win if you're a totem for Archie. Was actually getting substantial damage to Tasty. But because of that knockback, he decided to go for a little bit of line aside. If only he stayed on Tasty and let the Wind Fury proc just continue hitting. Ghost Wolf over. Just stay on him while the proc's alive. It might have actually been able to do quite a bit of damage. Because he was making some pressure. He was making some significant hits. Gonna be grounding, not a ground, looked like a ground totem on the side, but it wasn't. I guess Archie just maybe had a Earthbind totem on the corner. Is that an Earthbind totem chilling on the side? Because it looked like Tasty was looking at Archie, but then zapped the totem. Maybe I just missed it completely. Archie though, not approaching Tasty at all. We are at 6 minutes, 7% dampening. Now he's walking. That's going to be a stun totem. Tasty does avoid it. Light and lasso onto Archie. Does have a trinket if he needs to. Archie finds himself at about half health. Wolves are up. This is going to be a fire elemental up for Tasty. And Archie, oh my god. I think it was one Earth Shock. I think it was literally one Earth Shock. And Krager is the last one left as we head in that 6 minutes 30 of this duel. Actually, the last one left. What was that? Big old Spirit Bastard for Krager. Or Tasty has nowhere to go for now. Can Krager dish it out though? Can Krager tussle with the muscle? Does go for a lava burst reflect. Light Lasso almost took him out. Had to check it out of it. Try to go for a Hex. Onto Krager. Does have a Blade Storm. Cancels it immediately. Does have Friends in Regen rolling for now. And Cracker should be okay for a bit. Looks like he is doing a-okay. Wall available for Tasty. Does go for, as well as the, not only Wall, but also Dark Iron Racial. Is there anything he could actually remove from Cracker? I don't think Cracker puts any bleeds on him or anything. So I think maybe he used it just for extra damage. Doesn't that put just Shrink on CC too? I'm wrong in that one. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he does have some kind of a extra damage benefit from it. Gonna be Cracker full of defenses with a full Ignore Pain up and rolling as healing synergies coming out for Tasty, but that fear should break up the healing spam for the Shaman for a second. Cracker has no way to stop the Fleshcraft, so it's going to be lots of health recovery for Tasty. Also Stormkeeper with Cracker, only one reflect available. If Tasty is very, very careful, he knows which spell to reflect. It's going to be Lava Burst, maybe Lightning Bolts right after. Cracker is taking lots of damage. Could be a big Earth Shock. Does go for a Commanding Shout right before the last of connects. That's going to give him a little bit extra health to work with. Primordial Bolt getting set up. Big Lava Burst. Cracker does have a limited amount of health to work with. That Rallying Cry, when that falls off, that could be pretty bad, especially if you're low health. So Craggar's trying to tank this up as best as he can. That's going to be Spear Bastion, not letting Tasty go anywhere. Craggar does have the opportunity to get those Bloodthirsts off, get the Rage off. There's going to be a Blaze Storm in case Tasty goes for any kind of CC. But looks like Tasty just went for a self-heal. He called his bluff on that one. Craggar still holding on to Enrage Regen. Reflect is up in case a Hex comes out. Like the last one right afterwards. Did have quite a bit of Absorb stacked up with Ignore Pain though. So a lot of that damage was offset to Ignore Pain. Tasty without Wall, sitting at less than half health, trying to go for a Hex on Craggar, and no trinket available for Craggar. Tasty should be able to recover 22% dampening. So there's only so much you can do with it. But he is actually kind of still okay. Actually recovered fully at 23% dampening. Craggar, does he have a charge? Does have a charge back in. I think he juked out away from the Meteor with that charge. Wreck is up. Tasty's trying to make some damage happen. Reflect is up. There's going to be a Frost Shock by Tasty. I believe he Frost Shocked the Reflect off. Craggar leaping right on top of Tasty after we get away from Totem. This is going to be a big old Earth Shock. Does trick it out of it. Tasty super low in health. Actually does go down. Wait, Tasty actually no. Get himself such a good run. Massive damage back to back. The Craggar does survive Tasty though. He does survive Tasty Shaman. This is going to be a full PI available for Yeehaw with a Mind Games reflected back at Yeehaw. Actually could have if he healed himself more. Could be in a really bad spot. Okay, he didn't heal himself more. He actually could have. But a full PI with Vampire Base was he's there. And he did get reflected in Mind Games, so that was pretty bad for the Shadow Priest for a second. I think Craggar actually might be able to reflect every one of those in Mind Games too. It's like 25-second cooldown each, right? Real Mind Games like 26. No, Mind Games like 40-second cooldown. Is it not? I'm wrong on that one. Big Shadow Man's coming out for Yeehaw, but a 30% dampening. Not much you can really do. It looks like Execute is going to have him. Not even Execute, Rage and Blow. Asima going to be next. Flagellation immediately into Craggar, mark for death, and try to go for a big old go immediately. Cheap Shot, going to bail out of it. Smoke Bomb available. Shadow stepping past him. It's going to be Craggar with double leap into a blind. No trinket available. Asima is going to be able to get a clean re. And Craggar not have a trinket. Rallying Cry. Our friends of Regen is going to be really bad for him. Does have enough rage to at least give himself a little bit of Ignore Pain. So it's going to offset a portion of the damage Asima does to him to the Absorb. Which is better than nothing. I don't really know if it does Ignore Pain. Does it ignore dampening? Big Cheap Shot. That's it. So one single good go from the Rogue, and that's all it took. It was a really hard fought battle. Tasty gets some big blaster damage there, dude. But Craggar was making some massive recovery, man. What was that damage by Tasty, by the way? Literally crushed the guy in a single Earth Shock. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Damn. What's up, Jax? How you doing, my guy? I hope you're having a good one. Juman's supposed the first talent goes insane. Yeah, it's nutty. A lot of people play it. It's insane if you can connect to them. I guess that's true. That's why Chicago's build of just like the heavy dot as well as wolves actually can be in some cases a little better for duels. Definitely can be. Gotta go down. Love the stream. Thanks so much, Celtic. Appreciate you coming by, man. I hate PvE when you get outdamaged, but Shaman's is one ability chain harvest. It's a big hitter, dude. It's a big hitter ability. Watch Craggar win, dude. He did do pretty well. But at least I had some fun in this last game. Maybe I'm here tomorrow for future duels. Sounds good, Tasty. If you can't be here, don't worry about it, my guy. Ready for epic classified? Jesus, I'm out of it, man. I'm out of energy, bro. So we're gonna call it there. Thank you boys so much for coming by. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Next week, I'll probably have more energy. If Blizzard doesn't do the raid testing they did this week, where there's like a bunch of bosses back to back, then maybe I'll have more energy. But I'm also gonna work and just trying to get work done early, trying to get proper sleep for next week. I don't want to be coming in here just sipping on coffee. That's the only thing that's keeping me awake. So we're gonna call it here for now. PTR duels tomorrow. PTR duels tomorrow, same time. We gotta let them all know. Just copy and pasting it. Kaiser, PTR duels tomorrow, boys, same time. If you guys want to join, you don't have to if you don't wanna, but if you guys want to join, there it is. You guys, if it's a good one, I'm gonna go chill, finish my food because I literally haven't really had time to eat. And I'll probably start to get to work right now, honestly. I'll probably start to get work done now. Because I already have a video idea from a couple of days ago. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming by. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are beautiful. And I'll see you boys in next stream. Alrighty? Alrighty. Peace.